cmpradio.net. It's the station.
Come and take away, get you niggas play with
Uncle P and the OG in the AM.
Yeah, it's black excellence. It's black excellence. Yeah, you know it ain't no half-stepping when repping for black excellence. Just the perfectionist perfecting shit. Don't shoot the messenger. Shit, I mean I'm here cause I can. It's rare you get a real nigga to come reflect with you. They told me step it up, Ran. You see I'm catching up when actually I laughed them. It just appears that they next to us. I hope my testament motivate all the rest of us. I know it's hard when only thing definite is deafness. Just around the corner, only thing left is where and when. Black Glock 40, I carry it like my heritage. Just a young black king born in America. Let them tell it, half nigga, half terrorist. You know I'm all for my people, you can't leverage me. My chick ghetto, my head nappy like Pat Beverly's. Young and focused, that's something they wanna never see. Dang, but back to the proceedings this evening. They told us that we worthless and we seem to believe. Don't watch the government turn niggas to kingpins. It's deep, man, and they creep in when you're back to the wall and you deep in. You know the best office is always a good
P and
defense.
the OG in the AM.
About it ain't active, they just speaking. If you won't play the role, we need
cmpradio.net, the voice of Chester.
Lord speak if I'm here, so that's more reason. Cause we coming in, we leaving the breeze like the four seasons. I hear these other rappers, they clear but ain't cohesive. They words ain't got no meaning. It's like throwing a Mac in the oven with no cheese in. Don't care how long it took you to cook it, I won't eat it. Yeah, nah nigga, I'm more seasoned. Black excellence, black liberty, black businesses that got it out the mud and expect them to have anything. All black mansions for acres with black residents. And word to Barack, we need more than one black president. More black men getting free when they lack evidence. More black queens for that nourishment, encouragement. Black lawyers and black judges, a black government. And less non-blacks benefiting from black struggling. Ain't no half-stepping when repping for black excellence. Just the perfectionist perfecting shit. Don't shoot the messenger. Shit, I mean it's clear that I'm here cause of the work that I'm putting.
Uncle P and the OG in the AM.
This shit was heaven sent. My nigga, this black excellence. My nigga, this black excellence.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Monday, February 21st. 2022, man. And we are live from the Cultivating Mature Positivity Studios. It's your boy, Uncle P, my main man. What's your name again?
It's OGGO.
Yo.
What's up with it? How is everybody today? How's the gang?
And special guest, C's, with his mic all halfway down to his throat.
Nah, my fault, man.
Like, you know.
I'm here, though. They gonna hear me. I'm here. You can hear me.
All right.
Yeah. So what's going on with it, babe? How you, man?
I'm
You
good,
man.
I'm good,
You good
bro.
today?
I'm absolutely good. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know, shared it live one time on Facebook.
Yeah, cannabis is medicine.
Cannabis is
Look at you. You was ready to roll right with it, too.
Yeah.
Go ahead, say it.
cannabis definitely is medicine.
Cannabis
It's
is
understood
medicine.
it was brought here. You feel me? It was
Yeah.
given to us, you know, by
By
the
God.
Creator,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, for us to indulge in,
For you and me.
for you and me, and for him too.
Definitely for me.
Right. But share this live one time for the one time. Let everybody know Uncle P and the OG is live. Tune in, tune out. Share this live one time for the one time. Man, listen, I wanna give a huge shout out to Christian Ball Motley. Man, she has an amazing situation taking place. Keeping it 100, Delco COVID-19 conversations. COVID vaccine rates in Delaware County are really low for young black people and their children. It's time to have a real conversation about this in collaboration with Dr. Christian Ball Motley's firm HCS. We're hosting Keeping It 100 COVID Conversations. Dads are speaking out right here on CMP Radio on Wednesday night at 7, and we'll hear from the moms on Thursday night at 7. Join the conversation. And then Saturday, right, at the Black Business Bazaar, we will have come get your COVID vaccine and booster at the Black-owned Business Bazaar this Saturday at the Leak Center. Vaccines and boosters are free for anyone age 5 and up. The clinic is from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Check out our live broadcast hosted by the hilarious Lamar Todd, here at cmpradio.net. We will be live from the bazaar. If you have any questions, call or text Dr. Christian Ball Motley at 267-322-0470. Again, that's 267-322-0470. Come through on Saturday. And there's a lot of great things happening in the community, man. We want to make sure we give a shout out to everybody. Shout out to our sponsors, man. Let's go ahead and give our sponsors a major shout out. So, we got
some love.
We got Mecca, Mosley Early Childhood Consulting and Advising. Mind Our Own Business, MO2B. We got KC Electrical Services. LeBron Construction, Northern Marketing and Design. Pressure Inc. And the Boys and Girls Club of Chester, Pennsylvania. Listen, they're sponsors of the radio station. You too can be a sponsor of the radio station. Just hit us up at info@cmpradio.net. Let us know. If you have any events or anything happening at your business and you want us to stop through, hit us up at info@cmpradio.net. And again, man, this is the
Uncle P and the O.G. in the AM.
This is our show, man. This is our feel. This is how we feel. We're going to talk about a lot of good things today, but we're about to get into these news topics.
Let's get into it.
Real quick, we're going to get into these news topics.
Cannabis
Where we
and
at?
medicine.
A and B. Right. I'm in here engineering and doing other things as well. Again, I tell everybody, do not work with emotions. That's important, that you do what you do from your heart. Gio says do it from your head, right?
I do.
But I feel as though if you do it from your brain, you'll remember it and you'll throw it back in people's face. You ever buy something for somebody and then say, oh, man, I did this for you? You didn't get that from your heart. You get that from your brain, so you're thinking about it. But OG has different philosophies for that, so, let's continue to grow, right? This Saturday, man, 2nd annual Black History Month, Black-owned business bazaar. Make sure you stop through, right, and pay some of these local entrepreneurs and non-local entrepreneurs, some respect and stop through and buy something from their business, man. You already know, man. It's cmpradio.net.
That joke, it's going to be lit.
It is. And that ain't even the flyer. The last flyer she sent me. Do I got that one? Let me see if I got that one. Yeah, she just sent me a flyer with even more people on there. Bang. Look at that one. Well, you'll see it in a couple minutes. You feel me? But definitely, COVID vaccines available, right? Tons of businesses. I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. She got a lot of businesses.
Damn, when the flyer going to change?
Damn, it's right there. You got some patience?
I'm just saying.
What's wrong with you?
Wow.
Doc Henny, what's going on, bro?
Doing a lot of COVID spitting too, man. I'm just saying.
You got the vaccine.
A lot of COVID. What? Say what?
You
Appreciate
got the
it, bro.
vaccine.
Appreciate it, Doc.
Got what vaccine?
The COVID vaccine.
I did no such thing.
You said you got it, but you don't remember when you. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Cool.
Don't look at it. I don't.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I got a shot.
This goal is funny.
Yeah, fuck you. I did no such thing.
Well, you went to the concert, didn't you?
I did.
How'd you get in? Didn't they ask for COVID vaccine?
Yeah. What is he talking about?
I'm just assuming that you. Oh, so you did the. Who's the players off Tampa Bay?
Bro, all I'm saying is I was trying to go to the show. I went.
Right, you went. You went.
And I ain't get no vaccination to go. That's the fuck I'm saying.
Philly just lifted that shit on the restaurant. You don't even need your proof of vaccination now.
Right. But then last week they talking about
It was mandatory.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
That shit crazy.
Nah, I'm cool. That's why I ain't get it.
I feel like they really just, however we can get somebody to.
Bro, they just opened up. They just opened up.
You got the
Coachella.
vaccine though, right?
Unfortunately.
Right. So,
But we know why though. We know why.
know
We
why
got a
you
choice.
got it.
but you got it though.
Because I wanted to keep this job and do
That's
what I'm
what it
doing.
is.
So,
Right. But you got it though.
the first shot,
You don't got it.
They put a gun to his head.
pretty much.
They put a gun to his head,
I
bro.
ain't had no choice, bro. And I can't wait to
That's
talk
what they
about that.
did.
I can't wait to talk about that on Wednesday or whenever that.
Bro, they put a gun to his head, bro. Like, what you mean?
What? Yeah, that's what it was.
Hey, listen.
That was my face too, the Odell Beckham face.
Right,
After
right,
I got off the live,
right.
I had that face because
Right,
I was
right,
salty.
Right.
And that's why it's taking me so long to go get the second dose because I feel like I
They
don't.
put a gun to the man's head.
that shit's
man.
corny.
He ain't had no choice. What you talking about?
What do you mean you ain't got no? You always have a choice.
Nah, bro. They took away his options. He had a choice. The choice was not have a job, and you got twins on the way.
Facts.
So
And
that's not
and
a
the job
choice.
is doing something that I want to do.
Yeah,
like,
that's
and
not a
then-
choice. What do you mean? How you gonna say I ain't taking it?
And
I
then
got
that
two
choice come from
babies
an
coming?
outside entity. You feel me? Even though I work for them, but that's all the way up Philly. I don't come up there. I don't come on Temple's ground. I don't do none of that shit. But my fault.
Nice.
I was ready to get in my, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was ready to get in my
feel you,
feelings.
bro.
But
I
that
feel
shit.
you.
That's nice.
Keep talking about they ain't me.
Hey man, listen. That's just how I feel about it.
All right, that's how you feel. Did you take it?
No.
What?
I'm done.
This fucking nigga.
No, I do not.
All right, so why you all on my man talking about they ain't make him take it, man? They made him take it, bro.
No, I did not take it. And I will not take it.
Must be nice.
Why? Why you not taking it? But you out here,
Because I don't
you out here spitting all these opportunities for people to go pull up and get it, but you ain't with it.
because you have to give information for people to be able to decipher on their own if they want to give it. We're a radio station. We're not one way. Right? I'm sitting on the fence.
Boom.
You understand what I'm saying?
That would be an emotional decision. It's about business.
Right. It's about business. It's not about
That's all the vaccine is, a business, bro.
right. That's all it is.
That's all it is, a fucking business.
And we've gotten vaccines while we were
drug
children.
dealing is. Business.
It's a business. Right.
That's all
Literally.
it is, bro.
Literally. Then we decide to take it left and kill people over that business.
They not.
I mean,
They ain't killing people over their business. Oh, all right. See, that's what I'm saying. We ain't gonna villainize my guys, but not them selling that damn poison. But go ahead, man. Let's go. Let's move on, brother. I don't even want to get caught up in.
who's snitching?
I don't want to get caught up in the COVID talk today.
No, we ain't getting caught up in COVID talk. We was just talking about the things that's going on in Delco, right? That are helping people to understand.
Yeah, it seems that's all that's going on is COVID.
Well, that's all that we're dealing with. The pandemic has superseded everything that
Man, we just
that
watched
shit
the,
over.
we just watched the Super Bowl and the All-Star game.
Shit over.
I ain't seen our narrow mask
Shit over, bro.
from the same people that was pushing it, pushing
Shit
the
over,
business.
bro. So, all right, let's move
I
on.
ain't seen nobody with no mask on. Players on the bench ain't had no masks on,
Shit
which is an NBA regulation. But who am I?
Man, that shit over.
Let's get into these news topics. Everybody remember Bernie Madoff?
No, who's Bernie Madoff?
You don't remember Bernie Madoff?
Who's Bernie Madoff?
Bernie Madoff was a white dude that ran a Ponzi scheme that netted him $20 billion.
Yeah.
He was sentenced by the federal government to 150 years. He died last year. I'm gonna show you. He died.
Okay.
Right.
So he died last year.
Yeah.
Why is Odell still crying?
Odell's still crying because it takes a couple minutes for the name to pop up. But we were crying, right? We were making that crying meme because we were talking about COVID. So most of us, instead of listening, we tend to cry about people talking. So that's why the crying meme was up there. But anyway, Bernie Madoff's sister and her
Was that a
husband.
shot at me?
Say it again.
Was that a shot at me, C's?
I don't know.
I don't think it was a shot. It wasn't a shot at
It was a
anybody.
shot. I don't know who.
Continue.
That was one of them joints. If the shoe fit, you gotta put it on.
You gotta
It's
put that
type
joint on. So if you feel like
Okay.
if you asking, does it fit? You should know. It's your shoe, right? Bernie Madoff's sister and her husband did an apparent murder-suicide.
He slid right off of that quick.
Right. The sister of the infamous Ponzi schemer Bernie Madoff and her husband have been found dead in an apparent murder-suicide. Now listen to this. She was 87 years old and he was 90 years old.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Deputies who responded to the 911 phone call found 87-year-old Sandra Weiner and her 90-year-old husband Marvin dead of gunshot wounds in their Bayton Beach, Florida home on Thursday. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office said in the release Sunday. Detectives from the Violent Crimes Division arrived on scene to investigate further. After further investigation, it appears to be a murder-suicide. Authorities to date have not disclosed which party carried out the murder-suicide, but the Sheriff's Office said the cause of death will ultimately be determined by the medical examiner. Right. Madoff, who was born in New York's borough of Queens, was the mastermind behind a $20 billion Ponzi scheme, the largest financial fraud in history. Family tragedies followed his conviction. Madoff had two sons, both of whom worked for his firm. Mark Madoff, the older son, died by suicide in 2010, and the other son, Andrew, died of cancer in 2014. Madoff and Weiner's brother Peter also served a 10-year prison sentence for his involvement in the scheme. He was sentenced in 2012 and was released from prison in November of 2019 to home confinement. His home confinement ended August 2020. So yeah, man, they Bernie Madoff, he got that $20 billion, but it definitely drove his family crazy. Let's talk about Stephen Curry last night won the MVP.
I'm thinking that was a shot too, Doc Henny. Go ahead, bro. I'm sitting over here thinking about it, bro.
Right,
I'm thinking that was a
Stew
shot.
on that joint. You feel me? Stephen Curry recorded 16 3-pointers in an All-Star game cap the NBA's historic evening. On a weekend meant to celebrate 75 years of basketball greatness and an old rivalry, but briefly won out over pleasantries, the boos rained down on Steph Curry and his wife when they took the stage during the All-Star night to promote their new television show, anonymously born of 4 straight NBA final championship matches between the two-time MVP Golden State Warriors and the hometown Cleveland Cavaliers. Right, the boos came during an All-Star game introduction Sunday and then again at halftime when Curry was honored alongside other members of the NBA 75th anniversary team. So Stephen Curry had 50 points. I think Joel Embiid had 36 points.
Balling.
Yeah, he was definitely balling last night.
Steph was in a different. Listen, if you watch, Steph said it. He said, "Listen, when I check back in, I'm going for the MVP."
Yeah.
Yeah, he was acting like that because it was on 2 channels. It was on TNT and TBS.
Right.
You feel me? TBS had Chuck and Shaq and all them on there.
Oh, wow.
Draymond was on the sideline. He said it though. When he go back in, he was going for that jump.
He was going for that joint.
He
So
went the fuck
Team James, they pit the team James against
Team Durant.
Right. Team James won 163 to 160. And that was definitely dope. We have a stabbing in out in Oxford.
Where is Oxford?
Oxford is where Lincoln University is located.
Okay.
So there was a stabbing out there, and it leaves 1 dead, 2 injured at Pennsylvania University. 1 student was fatally stabbed at Lincoln University near Oxford, PA on Wednesday night. The stabbing reportedly occurred during a brawl among a group of people inside a residence hall that houses over 370 students. The 21-year-old victim was pronounced dead at the Thurgood Marshall Living and Learning Center. The identity of the student killed has not been released. 2 other students injured in the stabbing were rushed to Delaware's Christiana Hospital. They were treated and released. This is every parent's nightmare, Chester County District Attorney Deb Ryan told CBS Philly. We extend our deepest condolences to the family and loved ones impacted as a result of this tragedy. Lincoln University students held an on-campus vigil Thursday night to mourn the loss of their classmate. We are deeply saddened by the incident that occurred on campus last night, the university said in a statement. Our thoughts and prayers are with the victims and their families. Now, from what I heard, somebody called somebody and had somebody come up there from off of campus and do this. And they've been on strict COVID restrictions since 2020, since it started. So they don't really allow people. So we're going to wait for more details about that case to come forward.
Did they have a vaccination shot when they came up there?
No, I don't know. They don't check me. So when I go up there and pick my daughter up, you feel me? I just get my ID up. I go to her door and pick her up and roll out. So I don't know what they ask people for. But my daughter had to have her vaccination shot to attend college.
I'm sure.
To even go to school. Right. We got a Louisiana teacher and her husband, man. Louisiana teacher admits to feeding students sperm-laced cupcakes.
Wait, what?
Cupcakes made with sperm.
Ho.
Where was this at?
Hold the fuck up.
Louisiana.
She did what?
She made cupcakes with her husband's sperm and
fed them to kids?
And fed them to kids. A Louisiana school teacher who admitted to lacing cupcakes with her ex-husband's sperm and feeding them to school children now faces nearly 40 years in prison. In 2019, Louisiana Sheriff's Lieutenant Dennis Perkins and his wife Cynthia Perkins were arrested and charged with creating child pornography, video voyeurism, and first-degree rape. A report from The Advocate said that Cynthia Perkins had worked as a school teacher at the time for West Side Junior High School in Walker, Louisiana. Today, Cynthia Perkins admitted to her crimes and pled guilty in court. Louisiana Attorney General Jeff Landry said she not only waived any right to appeal and attempt to avoid conviction, but she also spared the victims from reliving a horrific, there it is, horrific crime during their particular trial. Per the agreement, Cynthia admitted to helping her husband sexually assault a juvenile, film a juvenile bathing and lacing cupcakes with sperm from her ex-husband, which were fed to school children. I will whoop her ass, bro.
What in the fuck?
Cynthia filed for divorce after the couple were arrested and charged. Cynthia's attorney said she was manipulated by her husband into committing child sex crimes. Her attorneys called Dennis the mastermind behind the couple's criminal activity.
Now, wait, it's a lot going on in that joint. You can't just zoom past that. Like,
Right.
So I'm confused. Like, it's a lot going on in there. Like, wait, so are you telling me they had committed a pornography crime and then she still was able to become a teacher?
So she was a teacher already.
She was doing all this at the same time.
She was a teacher, he was a cop. So these are two people in our community here to help us move forward, cops and teachers. She was a teacher, he was a cop. He was a Louisiana sheriff's lieutenant. So he was high on he was a lieutenant, right? Years in. And they filmed a juvenile bathing. They had a sexual assault of a juvenile, and she laced cupcakes with sperm from her ex-husband, which were fed to school children.
So all that was going on over a course of a process, over.
How did they find out that she laced?
She said it.
She said it.
She
confessed to all this.
telling everything. She's telling everything, and she's testifying against him when he goes to court.
But
she divorced him. She is now the ex-wife. You know, she's no longer his wife.
So she's trying to say he forced her to do all this, though. Is that what the thing is?
Yeah,
how did
absolutely.
she get the
He
sperm
manipulated her.
in the
He
cake?
told her.
How about we don't know he manipulated her? She was probably for that shit until the pressure was getting put on, so she flipped.
That's typically what a snitch is. They're cool with everything until they get caught and then they're telling. So, you know, the fact that she's a snitch just automatically says that she was down with it.
But that's what I'm saying. So
He wasn't beating on her, right? You know, for it to happen. He didn't have to
Sick
force her to
people in
do
this
it.
I'm still stuck on this process. Like, how did this even come up? Like, we're going to give the kids sperm lace cupcake. We're going to bake these. Like, who the fuck came?
That's why I definitely don't eat everybody's food or snacks. Syringes. Damn, can you imagine biting into a cupcake and...
I don't know.
Damn, bro, that's like.
Or was that supposed to be the icing or something? Like
That's what I'm saying. Like, did she mix the shit in the batter?
She had
like,
to. She couldn't
what
just.
The fuck did she
couldn't just squirt.
And what I'm saying is, and what the fuck is the purpose? What's sexual about that? Like, making a motherfucker eat that? Like,
just dirty.
Nasty.
Motherfuckers is weird.
Trifling.
jeez.
Gross. Like, that's...
Disrespectful.
They deserve more than 40 years, man.
Well, that's what they gave her. Then
That's what they gave her? She got 40 years.
She got 40 years, right? I said that's what they gave her, right?
Oh, so he ain't even...
He ain't even go to trial yet.
Oh, he's going to get life.
Yeah. It's over for him. And they in Louisiana. Typically, when you in Louisiana,
Might get the death penalty.
yeah, you get life for rape. So they said they raped a young person,
And he was a cop.
filmed bathing a young person, and they put sperm in the cupcake.
That fucking come in the damn. That's ridiculous. That's a new one on me. Like, I've
Nut
thought,
butter.
I pride myself on
what kind of
hearing all
cupcakes
types
you
of
eat?
shit.
Nut butter.
That one shocked me. I never heard that before. That was some new shit. I never heard of somebody doing that.
That's wild.
That's sickening.
I never heard that. I heard razors in the candy. And, you know what I mean? Like, I never heard no shit like that, bro. Like, how could you think of something like that?
You got to be sick in the head to do some shit like that.
Facts.
Then we have our last story.
Don't be surprised if you see that on the episode of Law and Order, too. They like to steal shit.
Yeah, they
put that
definitely
shit-
like to steal
they
shit.
Put shit like that on
I mean, you
TV.
take it from real life. They
know.
tell you in the beginning.
I'm like,
Hear that jump, boom, boom.
This story is taken from real life.
See a bitch with some cupcakes.
Dick Wolf somewhere right now. Like, oh, we got to use this.
Shit come on, she pulling them out the oven.
How did she?
Fucking bitch.
How did she keep it? Like, was she put
I
it in
don't
the
wanna
freezer?
I don't know. Let's talk about what's this. Let's talk about
This is Kim. This is Kim Potter, man.
Kim Potter.
She was sentenced. Dante Wright.
Who's Kim Potter?
Kim Potter is a police officer. Remember, I want to say 2 years ago. No, last year, April 2021 shooting death of 20-year-old Dante Wright.
She the taser lady?
She the lady that said she had the taser, and she really had the gun. So, former Brooklyn Center police officer Kim Potter was sentenced Friday morning to 2 years in prison after a jury found her guilty of first-degree and second-degree manslaughter In the April 2021 shooting death of 20-year-old Dante Wright, presiding judge Regina Chu said there was no question that Potter was extremely remorseful when she announced a downward departure from state guidelines with the total sentence of 24 months, with 16 months served in prison. And the remaining on supervised release, Potter will receive a credit for 58 days. Chu says she found the facts and circumstances of the case justified a downward departure from state guidelines. Factors included Potter mistakenly used her firearm and the killing was unintentional, which constitutes a mitigated stance. Potter's actions were also not driven towards personal animosity towards Wright. This is not a cop found guilty of murder for using a knee to pin down a person for 9 minutes as he gasped for air. This is a cop found guilty of manslaughter for intentionally drawing his firearm and shooting across his partner to kill an unarmed woman as she approached the car. Chu said, this is a cop who made a tragic mistake. She drew her firearm thinking it was a taser and ended up killing a young man. We have a video of the judge. We're going to watch that for a couple seconds. Then we're going to come back into that, and we're going to talk about that, right? Being accountable and other people, negating that accountability to make excuses based on other people's charges.
I recognize there will be those who disagree with the sentence, that I granted a significant downward departure does not in any way diminish Dante Wright's life. His life mattered. And to those who disagree and feel a longer prison sentence is appropriate, as difficult as it may be, please try to empathize with Ms. Potter's situation. As President Barack Obama once said, learning to stand in somebody else's shoes, to see through their eyes, that's how peace begins. And it's up to you to make that happen. Empathy is a quality of character that can change the world. Officer Kimberly Potter was trying to do the right thing. Of all the jobs in public service, police officers have the most difficult one. They must make snap decisions under tense, evolving, and ever-changing circumstances. They risk their lives every single day in public service. Officer Potter made a mistake that ended tragically. She never intended to hurt anyone. Her conduct cries out for a sentence significantly below the guidelines. Okay, thank you.
She high. So, book of sugar.
And we're back, man. After watching that video, for me, I basically said that puts us back in a place where we've already been. I'm trying to find other joints so I can bring everybody else up. Give me a couple seconds. I moved everything around.
That's crazy.
Damn. There it is. All right.
Then she had nerve to quote Barack Obama.
I mean, that's what she will do, right? Because Barack did say that. You know what I'm saying? These things did happen. And I feel as though when you fail to hold someone accountable for a crime, if you We were talking about this earlier. Gio was like, there's a difference between a taser and a gun. There's literally a difference between a taser and a gun. When you pick it up, when you point it, you see that it's a difference. You know that there's a difference. You can feel that there's a difference. You could probably even smell that there's a difference.
Especially somebody who trained with firearms,
Right.
shooting firearms, using firearms,
Right.
pulling firearms
Right.
out your holster time and time and time again. You know the difference, bro. I know the difference, and I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like
Everybody's throwing tomatoes, man. Then put the tomatoes up in the post, man, if you feel like this is wrong, bro. If you feel like this is absolutely wrong. Tomato. Everybody's throwing tomatoes.
Man, that shit was corny, bro. Like,
Shit's phony.
that shit
It don't
corny.
even really matter what the circumstances is. Like you don't even like I don't even know the details of the situation.
Bro,
how
she
many shots
said-
it was.
This was the young
None of-
man that they pulled over last year, right? During everything that was going on. The cops pulled him over, and then he got shot. And everybody was like, well, why this young man get shot? You feel
Talking
me?
about they was trying to subdue him or whatever
Right.
at the car, and she went for her taser but pulled her gun
And shot.
him twice.
Bow, bow.
Yeah.
bitch.
And I say you can't even shoot a taser twice, can you?
This is what I'm saying, bro. This shit don't even make no sense, bro.
But
Like,
after
that
she
shit
shoots it
trash,
once,
bro.
she knows this is a gun.
Right.
Nah, they talking about they got this motherfucking reflex in them. This is what I mean about their bullshit with that training. If you got a reflex that tell you when you pull your joint, you shoot that bitch 3 times. That's how they do it. Boom, boom, boom. That's how they supposed to shoot. Bitch, you knew it was a gun. Like, you knew. And you kept shooting that boy, man. Like, that shit trash,
But
bro.
not just that. She was found guilty of first and second degree manslaughter.
Ain't
And you give her 2 years.
24
And you
months.
letting her go home on home confinement.
I was about to say she ain't got to do the whole 24 on that joint.
You could have gave her 10 years since you wanted to be lenient. You know what I'm saying? You could have gave her 5 years. But this is what they do to police officers when they strike us down.
Nah, bro, collectively, man, they do not. This is just another example of collectively, the races, man, do not care about black people, bro. That's an Indian. That's an Indian broad up there, sitting up there talking that goofy shit,
Nah,
bro.
is
Asian.
Chinese.
She was
Or
Asian.
whatever the fuck she is,
She
bro.
was Asian.
She's a minority. And she a fucking woman. And she's sitting up there talking that goofy shit.
Oh, no, every minority isn't treated the
Talking
same.
about empathize.
Hell no.
Talking about we gotta empathize with this bitch who just killed my son. The fuck is you talking about? Fuck are you talking about? This bitch just murdered that lady's son and she talking about empathize with her.
Now, there's a crime that took place in New York City, if I'm not mistaken, where a young man followed a Asian woman into her apartment and murdered her. Can we give him the same sentence that we would give to Kim Porter for the same crime, for murder? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no right way and wrong way to skin a cat, but the best way to skin a cat is to keep it alive, right? You know, if you want cat fur. But it just doesn't make sense to me for you to give her 2 years and this young man is in New York. He's gonna get, and he was let out of jail and they trying to redo situations, but he was a violent criminal. But at that point, he did the same thing Kim Porter did to Dante Wright. He murdered someone. And from that, you say, all right, she has to go to jail. It's 2 years.
See, that's where they use that word play. She's not being charged with murder. She's being charged with manslaughter.
Okay, if he get
Even
filed,
still,
he get,
that's
But I understand what you're saying, but that's where the wordplay come in. That's how they using
manslaughter
it.
is
To,
still murder, bro.
I know,
Right.
But I'm-
So there's no
but I-
wordplay
nah,
there.
but
It's
I'm-
just,
man. But that's how I look in a court document.
Nah, what I'm saying, nah.
They not being charged with the same thing. I bet he don't get charged with manslaughter.
Shit,
That's how they use it to what's the word, to validate the shit that they doing. I ain't saying it's right. I definitely ain't saying it's right, but that's how they gonna play it. They not gonna charge him with murder.
Yeah, but see, that shit don't even matter. See, her charge carry a certain sentence.
Yeah.
And the judge said that I, at my discretion, have gone significantly lower. You feel me? Her shit carried 15 years.
Facts.
She gave the bitch 2. It carried 8.5 to 15 years. She gave her 2. She gave her 6 years under the minimum sentence for that shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, she went out of the range. Like, that shit crazy. They gave me 8.5 years, bitch.
if convicted of manslaughter, that was Minnesota, but in Louisiana, it's a maximum of 40 years. However, the victim, I was looking for it in Louisiana.
And she was white and she was a cop. That's
Without
why.
question.
That's why the shit is like
That's
this.
what it come down to.
That's exactly what it come down to.
He was black.
A white woman cop.
Shot a black boy, man. I mean, it don't matter which one of them white motherfuckers do it. Like, they just gonna do it.
Yeah, 15 years, sentence up to 15 years.
Bro, I know this shit, bro.
right.
Like, bro, I know this shit, bro. Like, they went significantly, she went way under the guideline for that shit. It wasn't the fact that she was charged with that. When them people found her guilty of that shit, she was supposed to give her 15 years. But she didn't. She gave her 2. So it took it out the jury hand, it took it out of everybody's hand who fought the case, and the judge said, I'm gonna make it my discretion, because I empathize with her. Because Barack Obama said,
Because she was paid, probably.
fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here.
Oh, man.
Fuck Barack. Moving
Damn.
on, man.
Why you say fuck Barack? Why she make you say fuck Barack?
Cause, man, that's what the fuck they did it for, bro. That's what they put him up there for, so they could use all the bullshit he said and bring it back at us, man. Oh yeah, Barack said this for me.
But Barack was
said
talking
that.
about the
Man, Barack's
being empathetic to
man,
black
Barack-
people
Barack's
and
a
everything
turkey,
that we were
man.
dealing with. You
Barack
feel
a
me?
turkey.
Called that bitch a turkey.
That nigga's a turkey, bro. Fuck you talking about? Dude, turkey, man.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah.
So what would Barack have done to not be a turkey?
Something for black people. Fuck you talking about? That's what he should have did.
When has any president done anything for black people?
Again, they're all turkeys for not doing nothing.
Right, absolutely.
How would he be any different?
He's not any different.
So he's a turkey too then. You answering your own
I'm
question.
No, I'm
Like, fuck you
asking
talking
you
about?
to. I was asking you to elaborate for the people.
I just elaborated. What did he do for black people?
Right, nothing.
What? All right then. So why is he held in such high regard?
Because he was the first black president.
So what?
Nah,
You was the
he said,
first-
So what?
Yeah, so what?
That's kind of like what he said last time. And then he said, I ain't say that. Right? So what? So what that he was the first black president?
So what?
So what that he could possibly, he empowered so many people to feel as though they can run and be a part of change, right? Maybe change didn't happen with him, but change is happening in our community, right? Maybe change didn't happen through him, but change is happening in our community. Seeing a black
Change
man,
did happen through him, bro. What you
seeing
talking about?
seeing a black man in office, literally when he got elected, they start killing us left and right.
Change did happen under Barack Obama, bro.
Okay, what happened?
Gays got their rights. Everybody else got their rights.
Right,
Under him, bitch.
Right.
We didn't. We ain't get shit. Fuck you, man.
we already had our rights.
We ain't had nothing. How we got rights, bro? Chick just killed a black man and got 2 years for it. But if you shoot a black man, they give you 30.
Rights and equality is two different things, bro.
Right, right, right.
You know what I'm saying? That's two different topics.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Break it down to me then.
Rights,
Yeah.
rights are what you can do.
Uh-huh.
Equality is what you can't do because of the color of your skin.
Oh, okay. I mean, break that down to me further. I'm still confused.
I mean, you just said, "Oh, okay," so you understand it.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I need you to break that down for me. Like, I don't understand
We
that.
got rights to vote. You feel me? That don't mean that they're going to be equal rights. So equality is being looked at as exactly as the word is, an equal. You feel me? Rights has nothing to do with how you looked at it. It's the act of doing something, being able to have claim to. We have claims to vote. You feel me? They gave us rights to vote. They gave us rights to be free. I don't know how you do that, but because we were slaves, they gave us rights. Don't make sense to you? I don't know. I mean, I could look up the definitions and give you a definitional term, but what are you looking for when you say you don't understand the difference between rights and equality? Two different words, bro.
I mean, that's why they say equal rights. You want equal rights, right?
Because we already have rights.
Right,
Now we're looking for
right.
the equal part.
Right. So what it means is you don't have them rights. If you're still looking for equal rights, you don't have those rights. They're not given to you on the same plane. So it's
equal
not
rights is
equal.
everything looked at from the same
And it's not.
view, out of the same eye, and it's not.
And it's not.
It's not, right?
So
but
therefore, I don't
but we
understand what you
do
mean.
have rights as American citizens. We just want to do it the same way other people do it. So when you get pulled over by the police, what's the first thing you doing?
Put my hands up.
When white people get pulled over by the police, they're not putting their hands up.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Because
like,
we don't have those rights that they have. That's the point I'm trying to make.
No, that's not true. They don't look at us as equals, bro. We got the same rights they
No,
do.
we don't.
Because if you know your rights, you can talk your way out of a ticket or any conversation.
every fucking time.
If you're legit and you have your license, your registration, and your car is legit, you can talk your way out of it. But most niggas come through. First of all, most of us is scared, so they're not going to talk and mouth off to the police for the fear fact that they can get killed. But if you know your shit and you know your rights, bro, you know the law, then they can't
do
fuck
nothing
with
to
you.
me.
But 9 times out of 10, none of us. First of all, most of us ain't got no license.
And I'm the main motherfucker.
Second of all, half of them is riding dirty. How you think the cops is catching all these guns? They not running in nobody's crib. They catching them off of traffic stops, bro. Because niggas don't know their rights and they don't know the law. Their cars ain't legit. It ain't because they picking on them. They pulled me over. There's nothing they can do to me now. I got my license. My car is legit. Like, you feel me? Unless I'm smoking weed and they smell the odor of marijuana coming out of my car. And technically, that's not a right to search your car. They got to have a warrant in PA now. But don't nobody know that.
Oh, we know that.
No, a lot of people don't, my nigga. A lot of you may know that. Yeah, me may know that because we older people and we understand these kids don't know that. These younger brothers that's getting locked up and getting caught in the system don't know that because ain't nobody telling them or they not doing their research.
They had to search my car. I had to let them search it. No, you didn't.
Like, we got rights, bro. Motherfuckers just don't know how to use them.
They need a warrant. Did they have a warrant? I think it's the other side, right?
I'm gonna need y'all to chill.
You see,
what you mean? Like,
I'm gonna need y'all to chill like y'all don't live in America, bro.
We do live in America.
I'm talking about 100% legit license, car in your name, no marijuana in your car, no smell of marijuana in your car.
Right.
Still snatch you out. What the fuck you talking about?
Man, they not snatching me out.
I'm saying, what you talking?
I've never experienced that.
I was about to say.
So what y'all telling me? What you're telling me?
Absolutely.
Is that you've never heard of a legit person that's black being snatched out their motherfucking car anyway?
What is a legit person?
All your paperwork. You got your license, registration.
Right.
You know what I mean? Ain't no marijuana in the car.
Right.
I mean, we just seen them do it to a sister down on the highway. What was that? What was the chick name?
But then you dealing with
and they murdered her.
Then you're dealing with a racist, bro. That's what that shit is.
And they murdered
a cop
her, right?
got a point. He's a racist cop. He's trying to he's prejudging somebody. You feel me? He has an already premeditated motive.
Which one of them aren't?
You feel me, man? Listen,
I
don't want to say have this debate about good cops and bad cops because every cop ain't like that in America. You feel me? How many people get killed in Delaware County off traffic stops? This shit happened down south and in other places where black people aren't really loved or like, I don't want to say loved in urban areas.
They murdered my young boy. What you mean it don't happen up here? They murdered him, bro. They murdered him, bro.
It was a shootout.
No, they murdered him,
Who we talking about?
Bro.
Who we talking about?
Down the way, down the project. They murdered him, bro.
Listen, I know if we talking about the same situation, we can't discuss that on the air because that wasn't just a regular traffic stop, bro.
What wasn't a regular traffic stop, bro?
Listen, I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know the story, so I don't want to talk about that. You feel me? But and
he not the only person that these people done murdered.
They killed Pooh Bear, but that wasn't over a traffic stop, bro. It's one of the few cops, bro.
All I'm saying, bro.
I'm not saying here because you got me sound like I'm trying to defend the police, bro. I'm not. We talking about rights, bro. We got rights. Now whether somebody violates your rights, bro.
Hold on. Let him talk.
All right, go ahead.
All I'm saying, bro, you don't have the same rights. If you think you do, you're confused. This is the point when a lot of people get themselves killed out here, thinking they can say the same shit back to these motherfuckers when they get stopped. Thinking they can act a certain way. Yeah, bro, it been successful for you. Try that shit somewhere else.
You got to know how to see. You can't do it everywhere. You got to know your environment, bro. Go ahead. Continue.
If I got to know my environment, bro, if I can only do that here, if the only place that I can get pulled over like that is up here in Chester, and they don't kill me, but if I do that shit anywhere else, bro, that mean I don't have them same rights. That's what that mean. If only place I can get away with that is in this little urban area, you're not trying that shit nowhere else. You're not. You know better. When they whip you in a certain area, bro, you know to act a certain way when they come up on that car.
Now, can I come back?
You can.
Can I come back?
You can.
Because I never said that you got to know how to play the police, bro. Period. I didn't say when the police pull me over, I'm gonna act like the regular person. Put my hands up, give you my information, and I'm not gonna let you do what you want to me. You feel me? I would talk to a certain extent, but once I feel like I'm in fear for my life, then I'm gonna shut down because, like I said, we have rights. That don't mean that the rights are equal because just because we have rights, it's the person on the other side that is choosing to break our rights, bro, and they're choosing to act on and make us feel belittled. You feel me? So, and they got the power. They choose the power to kill. We talking about the police, but let's take it outside of the police when we talking about rights, bro.
No, but that's what I mean.
That's the only place where that situation works to me.
But that's what I mean. See, if at any time that you choose, that you personally have the power, at any time that you choose to say that these rights that I have, you can take them away. At any time you choose, that mean I don't have them.
That's a law enforcement. That's only the law enforcement, bro.
But this is what I'm saying.
Pertaining to anything outside of law enforcement, I don't see how that works.
What I'm saying is that means I don't have them. If it can be taken from me, it means I never really possessed it. Like how? If at your whim, you can decide, yeah, this ain't my right today. It ain't my right to live today. You can decide that at your whim.
But that's them breaking the law. That's not saying that police can do that. You feel me? Now, do they get trial equally? No, but like, let's not make it seem like we don't have rights, bro. We got rights, but we're fighting for equality. When you put the words together, putting the words together, which is making it hard for me to explain. Like, no, we don't have equal rights. When it comes to equal rights, no. But we do have rights. Are they respected?
You want to know why we don't have equal rights?
You said, why don't we?
Yeah.
Because part of it is our problem because we won't come together.
Fucking problem, bro.
Because we won't come together. We won't stand. We won't stand and fight for nothing.
For anything, bro. We'll go to everybody else's barbecue and invite people to our barbecue and not have enough food for the people that's supposed to eat.
Good point, Corey. Corey. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't broke. It wasn't never meant to work.
The system cannot fail those it was never designed to protect.
We was talking about rights, not the system.
Right. So what I'm saying is the rights that they wrote in place, the system, the whole right system that they put in, the Bill of Rights, all that shit that they put in place, bro, wasn't put in place for us. It don't hit us the same way. It don't affect us the same way. They take ours away anytime they want, and they don't do it to white people.
So how do we change? How do we change that?
People, rich white people, they don't do that.
Because we've been talking about that for the last, I want to say 10, 20 years, right? Yeah. How the system isn't broken. It's just not equipped for us.
It's not designed. It's not designed for us.
But why? Why is that way?
Because they made it.
Right.
That's why.
So when you get black people into the system, can it change? Can it? If we get people to want to be police officers in the city of Chester, can the attitude change towards the people of the city of Chester? Can the attitude of the system change? If we get black judges, if we get black people in Congress, and we get black people moving for us, can the system change then?
They've been thinking that. They've been thinking that for a long time.
And guess what? It hasn't been happening. So what they continue to do is a lot like what we said. No one is going to give you the power to overthrow them. You have to take it. Right, and if we're sitting here saying my vote don't matter who I vote for, this motherfucker ain't gonna do this nigga ain't gonna do that, then we stay in that lane of confusion, and if we're confused, then they can get anything over us they want to, they can do whatever they want to us, and that's what they do. Right, we are the food for the game. The machine eats us, spits us out, and eats us again.
No doubt.
But we love the fucking game, bro. We love to play it. We love to be a part of it. We love to break it down. We love to dissect it, look at it, talk about it. But we don't want to be involved. And I'm not talking about the brothers in this room because we are definitely involved.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about the brothers outside of the room.
Right.
I'm talking about the people that don't want to be involved, don't want to work, don't want to move nothing. Well, nothing moves if you don't move. Mm-hmm. And you get nothing done. Right? What's the attribute? Great things never come from comfort zones. Okay. So if you want to do something great, you want to be great in your community, you want to change shit, you got to be uncomfortable. You got to be worried about your life every day. You think Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and Medgar Evers and all of these brothers wasn't fearful for their life when they started the Black Panthers? You don't think they was fearful for their lives? That's why they got them guns. That's why they were protecting themselves. We're not moving for anybody but ourselves individually. The individualization of the black community has killed the black community, literally. The fact that you can't take a disagreement with nobody and just leave it there and talk about it like, damn, why you feel that way, bro? Nah, fuck that nigga, man. Nah. Everything go left.
That's what you said to me last night. You was like, fuck you, and hung up on me and everything.
Gio, you know I ain't say no shit like that.
Like, nah, this nigga told me, fuck you, hung up. So I said, oh, did he just hang up?
That's the hang up. It wasn't even fuck you, it was the hang up, right? Yeah, that shit. I hate when a nigga bang on me. I don't like that shit. That's a mad sign of disrespect.
Bro, you banged on me.
That's the worst sign of disrespect.
Listen, you a grown, we grown ass man. Don't just hang up.
Man, he banged on me. Then he gonna call me back acting like he ain't doing it.
Nigga, I ain't calling you back. Fuck out of here. If I bang on you, I banged on you for a reason. Don't call me back. Give me a couple minutes to cool off.
That's what you did. You cooled off a couple minutes and you called me back.
Gio, why you always inventing situations?
I didn't invent this
Uncle
situation.
P and the OG in the AM.
He said it sound good for radio.
Right.
That shit really
sound good.
Nah, I'm just saying that's
that
what he
shit really
trying to say.
happened. I can pull the record up. I can pull the phone record.
Pull the phone record up.
That shit really happened.
Pull the phone record up.
That
He on his Draco shit.
He might have hung up on me because it got super quiet on the phone.
Bro,
I ain't hear nothing. I'm like, yo, you hear me?
that
It got
shit
quiet
really-
and I hung up.
Bro, that shit really happened.
Nah, don't do that. Don't put me
bro.
out there like that.
Look, bro.
Right. What it say?
We was on the phone.
Uh-huh.
He banged on me. He called me. Then he called back. Bitch, I ain't answer. And then I called him back. You feel? Bitch, he banged on me, bro. Like, where I'm at. I mean, that's what he do, man. He be emotional, man.
Nah.
This nigga banged on me, bro. Like, damn.
I'm not emotional.
And it's crazy. Like, because when he be telling me his points, I be listening. And I be like, all right.
Yo, Gio, you serious? You gonna do this right here?
I'm like, I get that.
CMPRadio.net, the voice of Chester.
I'll be like, I get that.
He still go. That's your man.
Nah, I'll be like, I get that. You know what I'm saying?
Breaking shit.
Fucking shit up.
But then as soon as I say some shit, he just bang on me and shit, man. Like,
What's up with the headphones?
Yeah,
You done
man.
broke them, bro.
Oh my God, they about 600 too. We need
I know
that. We need it, man.
It's income tax time too.
Yeah, it's
they
income
came like
tax
that.
time
I ain't
too,
got
man.
it.
It came like that when I got them.
Yeah, we need that money. It's income tax time. Nigga, fuck you talking about? Everybody got it.
So I ain't got no income tax.
Ladies, what you doing with your income tax check this year, man? Are you investing?
Did you learn to keep it to yourself?
Are you investing it in your bum ass baby daddy
Niggas
this year?
still flipping checks.
Are you gonna let him?
I can't fix this
You gonna
joint,
let
bro.
him flip it this year?
You done broke it, bro.
You gonna have to
Jesus.
send it to me. I mean,
Jesus.
send me the tab. It's just cool right now. You can get it after the show. He done got up. He like, nah, we got to fix this now.
Yeah, it's late.
They trying to tax me on the air, man. You just gotta slip it on there. It ain't broke. Gio trying to boost it.
What the fuck? Bro, why? How all that come off?
Man, what the fuck? I only had it on my head.
I know.
See, fucking with you.
What, man? That's crazy,
These
man.
joints 600 too.
Yeah, they 600,
These
man.
joints
These
600
exclusive
too.
joints. Dr. Dre sent us these after the Super Bowl.
I wish he did.
Yeah, Dr. Dre sent us these joints, man. These 600. These the ones he had on at the piano.
They the ones
Yeah.
when M was taking a knee.
Yeah.
They was upset.
Yeah. You said a chest glove would be great. People don't really want this type of gas I'm giving out, good brother Ryder man. I mean, they don't want this type of smoke. Do you play chess?
I don't play chess.
Yeah, I know. Like this,
I wanna learn, though.
That's a gentleman's game. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? It's a gentleman's game. You play chess, P?
Yeah, I tried. My dad tried to teach it to me when I was younger.
Yeah.
I never really got a chance because I was just, to really get into it. I do appreciate the game, right?
Yeah.
And the moves. I feel like I play chess when I'm on the highway when I'm driving,
Okay.
in and out of traffic.
Right.
I'm about 5 or 6 moves ahead, and you got to be that way in life.
Okay.
You got to think about what this move is going to do here, what's that going to do there. That's why motherfuckers say I be thinking about shit too much. Like, just do it. Nah. Like, I really have to think about what I'm doing. So, go ahead, do your thing, and I'm going to sit over here and figure this shit out.
Y'all think I'm the best in the city?
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I'm the best in the city.
And we got to have a chess tournament.
Nah, real shit, C's, man. I really think I'm the best in the city, man. Matter of fact, I don't even think I am. I know I am.
I was about to say I can't comment, so I don't even know how to
I'm the
play.
best in the
So.
city.
But a chess club would definitely be good for
I'm the
brothers
best in the
to
city at that shit. If
Let's
y'all
bring it
want
together,
me,
man.
if y'all
Let's
want
do
me
it.
to set up something, you know what I'm saying? We
Set
can,
it up.
We
Let's
can
do
They
it.
saying they want you to set it up.
Yeah,
the board just
we
said
can-
it would be nice.
No
Let's
doubt.
do it.
We can set up a little something, man. Get the players out here who,
Yeah, we
who
can
like
set up
to
some
sit
tables.
down.
We can set up
Right.
some tables right out here in the hallway.
Right, who like to sit down and,
Yeah.
and get the chess on, man.
Right.
Real chess.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm gonna kill
a
it.
real chess board.
Yeah, I heard,
Come
I
here
heard
with that fake chess.
I heard people in chess. I don't even take.
You don't take it play no game. Not supposed to.
They say Bayout good at chess. You feel me?
Who's talking about they beg to differ? Man, listen, man. I am the best in the city. Don't nobody want none of this, man. They have not come for me yet, man. I used to pull up over town and bust them up every now and again. Nah, real rap. You know they be outside in that park.
You know about the alcoholics?
Bro, they can play. Because you're an alcoholic, you don't know how to play chess?
If you drunk, how you playing chess?
I be high playing chess. What's the difference?
I think high and drunk is two different things.
We just had this conversation. We definitely just said it.
And you just said it was. Now it's
I
not.
just said what?
That being high and being drunk is two different things. Now it's not.
I
Go
mean,
ahead.
being...
Contradict yourself.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not contradicting myself.
Go ahead. You just said I be high.
Being blackout drunk and high is different. Being drunk and high is not really too different. You feel me? You can be drunk and not blackout drunk like you was when the 8 niggas had to carry you up in your bed and shit. You know what I mean? You can not be that.
Yeah, Drew, we talk about putting a chess club together, man. Get the brothers in the city to teach the young bulls. That's definitely a dope idea, man. And we definitely got to get behind that.
In fact, now I'm saying I'm gonna get
Exactly.
on.
They're not in the right state of mind. Absolutely.
I'm gonna get on that.
blackout drunk. Most of them jokers out there playing chess was blackout drunk, bro.
Listen, man, who want the smoke? Like, call me out. Say you want next, man. You say you next.
Oh, Miss Stockman, you subscribe to the page. Thank you. Yes, you can subscribe to the page. Go on cmpradio.net. You see Miss Stockman has all of her badges up there.
Yeah.
I appreciate seeing that. That
Absolutely.
green badge is extremely important.
Absolutely.
Right. As soon as I get some more people to help me out up here, I'll be able to put more content out there.
Yeah, why wouldn't
exclusive content just for the subscribers.
Yeah. I might do an exclusive show for the subscribers.
Yeah.
And act goofy one day.
Right.
Not to
Well,
act
whoever,
goofy.
man, but whoever wanted on this chess thing though, bro, like I'm really not lying. I really kill.
Oh, thank you.
I'm pulling up on people. Matter of fact,
Go ahead, bro.
I'm pulling up on people today when I leave here. I got a chessboard at the crib. I will pull up where you at and mollywop the shit out you. 2 out of 3, real quick, and I'll tape it.
How you get a green one? You gotta go to the page and hit subscribe. It should be on the joint.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Drew. I appreciate everybody, man. Everybody that looks out for
Yes.
the radio station.
Yes,
You know,
we
this is the radio
appreciate you.
station of Chester. You can come through here and talk about what you want to talk about. You don't have to do it with me. I can sit in this room with no microphone and you can talk in that room. The
also-
C's
could
and
also
the
do
OG
that.
is in there.
Yeah, I'll be around.
I definitely just pull up at will.
I'll be around.
Pull up
I'll be
at will.
around. So
Wanna be
what
on
we
the
got?
show?
So what we got going on? man?
Vulnerability.
What we going at next?
Vulnerability.
Okay.
Vulnerability.
Weakness. All right. That's what we talking about.
The quality or state of being exposed to the possibility of being attacked or harmed, either physically or emotionally.
Yeah.
I believe that you have to have vulnerability to do anything in life. You have to know. And it's not about weakness, it's about knowing that you could be hurt from this situation. No, and paying attention to it. That's what I think vulnerability is. Now, you know, perception is what leads the world, right? How you view something is how you move on something, right? But with perception, you have to have an understanding that this is how it is. You have to, and if it's about somebody else, you have to have a conversation. So I believe vulnerability allows you to love, to give, to be human. Now, if you're protective over what your vulnerability may be, you feel me, then you'll say that's weakness. You feel me? Because I'm saying that I can't do this because out of fear of being attacked, out of fear of being harmed, out of fear of being talked about. You feel me? And vulnerability for me is just a word. It's not a state of mind for me. How do you brothers feel about vulnerability? And I also want to know how it looks in our community, right? How does vulnerability look in our community? Go ahead, Gio, because you got a lot to say because you done sat back, so I know your brain is heavy.
Fuck out of here. Nah, to me, that's weak. That means weakness. It's synonymous with weakness to me. That's just what it means.
Oh, yeah, you ain't got no badges, Al. You got to get some badges, bro.
He's telling me to check my badge. This shit
You ain't
butt
sent no
naked.
stars. You ain't no subscriber.
This joint butt naked.
Right, you
Come
joint
on.
butt naked.
Boy, Al, man.
Damn,
Boy,
Al.
Al, man.
Nah, you good, bro.
Nah,
You know.
though, vulnerability, man, that's weakness.
Now, why is that a weakness?
Because it's what it is. You got the definition up there. The quality and state of being exposed to the possibility of being attacked or harmed. That's weakness. Like if something is strong and you want to attack it, what do?
You find its weakness.
You find its vulnerabilities. You find the vulnerable spots.
And that's in war.
That's in anything. That's in anything you want to do.
Okay.
You find you find the vulnerable spots in your counterpart. That's how you win. And you attack those vulnerable spots. So if you're attacking those vulnerable spots, that means those are weaknesses. That's how you get the advantage. So
Can we say that people have attacked what they thought to be vulnerable spots and learned that they wasn't really weaknesses?
this
and
happens.
Lost their war.
This happens.
Okay.
But that's the mode of operation.
But that's perception.
It's like vulnerability that's what it is. It's a perception of being weak.
So it's not weakness then. It's a perception of it.
It's me seeing you as weak.
Okay. And then you attacking somebody.
And if you vulnerable, you're weak. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, you're strong. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I thought you was vulnerable, but you wasn't.
Right. But you don't know that until you engage that person.
Man, you know if you weak or not. Fuck if I know. You know. Yeah, you know if you weak. You know if you vulnerable. You know if you vulnerable to attack from the blind side.
So you don't have no vulnerability.
You know. Say that again?
You don't have any vulnerability.
Of course.
Of course you do or you don't.
Of course I do.
Okay.
Yeah, of course I do. But the point is to not show that vulnerability.
Right.
Because it exposes you, like the definition says, to the possibility of physical and emotional attack. Okay. So therefore, you don't expose that. I mean, that's how I get it. That's why I think it's weak. It's a weakness. Vulnerability is a weakness.
Okay.
So,
I mean,
see,
he broke it down pretty good, you feel me, as far as the definition. But I mean, I feel like some people, do have a lot of vulnerability, you feel me? And some people aren't afraid to show weakness in certain situations in life, you feel me? Mm-hmm. As far as when it comes to like love, you feel me? Some people do have vulnerabilities and they're not afraid to show their spouse, you feel me, that they're vulnerable. Sometimes it helps a relationship, sometimes it breaks a relationship, you feel me? So vulnerability, it's all on how the person looking at you and how the person who is being perceived as vulnerable, and like he's saying, you feel me, like, and you said you could look vulnerable when in all actuality that person could be luring you in, you feel me, and showing you that that's their strongest part. It's all depending on what the situation is. Now, when you say the community aspect, I feel like vulnerability is what keeps a lot of young brothers from actually coming from the other side, because once you get there, you feel me, just because you want to change your life, you feel me, you want to start working, you feel me, you want to get out the game, that don't mean the ops going to look at you like that way. Now you're vulnerable because you're not carrying that pistol every day, you feel me, and you're not hanging with your guys, you feel me, even if you're not in it, you just, guilty by association, that leaves you vulnerable because you're not really in it, you're not the shooter, you feel me, you're not hustling, you just down there chilling with your guys, you might want to go get smoked with your folks, you feel me, niggas put a story up, all gang in here, and you in the corner, you feel me, just in the chair chilling. But niggas see you at the bus stop, now you're vulnerable. You feel me? So it's vulnerability in our community is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing.
what does vulnerability in the community look like, Pig? Since you brought that up, you're saying vulnerability in the community. What do you mean by that?
I think vulnerability in the community is, like I said, I understand where you're coming from when you think about a weakness and how do you attack someone, but I wasn't looking at it from a war situation or trying to attack someone, right? I was saying, in love, you have to be vulnerable. You have to give. You have to allow yourself to love someone to be able to love someone. And if you're not vulnerable to that person doing something that is not what you want them to do, then you don't really love them.
Why?
Like you can't have love without. And I'm not saying you have to think about it. I'm just saying you're open to whatever happens. You understand what I'm saying? Like if you love somebody, you're open to whatever happens. If this doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
Why?
Because that's love. Literally. Like
who said that? Like who said that?
Like so many people have said it.
Okay.
You feel me? There's no way for you to know that a person is truly for you until that person, says that they're for you and they're capable of loving you. Now we have different people that have different thoughts on that weak word.
But what does that have to do with being vulnerable?
Because you're allowing yourself. So you that what was that song, Icebox, Where My Heart Used to Be? You know what I'm saying? Like that motherfucker saying he's not vulnerable no more. He's not allowing love in to that situation. He's just gonna be a dog. He's just gonna do whatever he wants to do. But at some point you have to open your heart. You feel me? And say, all right, listen, I love this person. I'm allowing them in. You allow them to play with your heart or your mind or whatever you're dealing with. But you understand that they're not gonna hurt you. You understand that but it's open. It's definitely a line for attack there. It's definitely weak. You feel me? Because you are being vulnerable. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't.
I guess. Do that make sense to you, C's?
He lost me. I can't even lie, bro. He lost me. I mean,
he lost you, bro.
I just look at it like, you feel me? Like, I understand what he's saying, what's going to happen is going to happen, but, like, me, I try not to dwell on shit, when it comes to relationships. Like you said, either it's going to work or it ain't, you feel me? We sit down, we conversate, you feel me? And if you got to be vulnerable to sit down and have conversation, because real conversation is not all. It shouldn't always be what one person want to hear. You feel me? You're telling each other how you really feel. You feel me? You're not always going to like what you hear. Mm-hmm. So I get it in that aspect, but I think you just kind of stretched it out too long, and I was in the clouds over here.
Yeah, you wasn't paying attention, and that's just you.
No, I mean, you was rocking, man. You was, I kind of lost me too. But
I
was
say
there.
the explanation was too long. Like
The explanation is a long
there.
explanation because you have to explain it and kind of like, throw away how someone else views it. You feel me? He views it as weak. I say it's strength. You understand what I'm saying? Being vulnerable. I'll let you talk, right?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead again.
Being vulnerable is strength. It's not weakness. You understand what I'm saying? In love. I'm not talking about war. I'm not talking about people looking for out there in the street. No, you're not supposed to be vulnerable. No, you're not. At no point, shape, fashion are you supposed to be vulnerable or weak. But if we're talking about love, you understand what I'm saying? Yes, absolutely. You're supposed to be vulnerable if you truly love her. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're vulnerable to her. What she does can hurt you. Now, if you don't love her and you don't give a fuck, then it won't hurt you. She can cheat on you, move on. You feel me? On to the next. But if you have true love for her, yeah, absolutely it hurts because you're vulnerable. If you're not capable of being vulnerable or you see that as a weakness, then that's where it is. You'll never be vulnerable. So you could say you love somebody.
Man, I hear that, bro. But where do that say anything about strength?
What does it say anything about weak?
Easy. I can easily see where it says it's a weakness.
What does it say weak?
The quality or state of being exposed to the possibility of attack or harm, either physically or emotionally. The only way that you can be hurt physically or emotionally is in a state of weakness. This is the only way that can happen.
So in war, right? We talk about let's just break down wars, right?
It can be love. You don't have to say war.
Vulnerability. You're saying war. You're saying
I'm saying life. I'm saying anything. You was vulnerable in anything.
So there's no strong person that was vulnerable at some point and contain and maintain their strength.
Bro, I've been vulnerable.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
But I don't show the vulnerability that I'm vulnerable at the time because it opens me for attack and harm, physically and emotionally. Why am I allowing somebody to hurt me? Like, I don't even understand.
That's life.
How? No, that's your life. And you saying how you think with love. You saying the only way for me to genuinely love this person is to give the possibility to allow them to hurt me. That's what you're saying.
Vulnerability is a state of mind. For instance, you could be incarcerated. You're in a vulnerable situation. You feel me? You get a phone call that you don't necessarily like.
No doubt.
But you handle it like you handle it. You feel me? You handle it as a strong minded. So vulnerability is a state of mind. You both are right. You feel me? It depends on the person who is vulnerable. Because vulnerable is not necessarily a weak or a strong level of that. It's a state of mind. That's what I get from the definition. So,
I'm just saying,
hey man, listen, I understand it, but I also understand where Pete coming from. It could be a strength. People could be in a vulnerable state, but also don't mean that they're a weak person. It don't mean that they're weak. You feel me? Vulnerability is a perception more than a trait.
Vulnerability is a weakness.
That's fine.
Uncle P and the OG in the AM.
It's just a weakness. That's how they get the upper hand on you all the time, man. You be so vulnerable.
You just taking it in that context. You feel me? I mean, but
nah, bro.
Like I said,
when you expose vulnerabilities to people, meaning chinks in your armor. See, I don't mean just in war, just things about you that you know. Know what I'm saying? When you expose these things to people, bro, you give them the power.
But it's only a vulnerability if you think it's a vulnerability. That's how you change that.
This is what I'm saying. You know what it is. Say, like, prime example, some information you might have about yourself that you can give me. It can be used against you. You know what I'm saying? You might not want to pass that to a motherfucker. It leaves you vulnerable to attack.
See, if I share information like that, then I already know that.
And
I already know that.
And that's the road you're going to travel down because
you don't automatically know that,
bro. If you share a vulnerability with somebody, you're only sharing it because you know that that's a vulnerable spot for you.
Right.
So if someone else knows that, then 9 times out of 10, if I'm sharing it, then I already made it to the point where it's not a vulnerability for me. You feel me? Vulnerable.
So you're not being vulnerable then, right?
Exactly, bro. It's
So
just a
that's
state
what-
of
that's what I'm not
mind, bro. A
understanding.
vulnerability is a state of mind. Only somebody else can judge if you're vulnerable. You could think you're vulnerable. That don't make you a weak person, bro. Vulnerability does not make nobody weak if you're a strong-minded person, bro. You only looking at it as it's weak because that in your mind that definition said it was weak. You're not taking it out of the context of that.
Vulnerability is exposing yourself, bro. It's opening yourself up
To be attacked.
to be attacked. That's what that is.
It didn't say nothing about
It's
losing.
it's
It
opening
didn't say
you
nothing
up.
about
And again, let's take a woman for example.
Right, go ahead.
You be vulnerable with a woman, and you expose whatever the fuck you expose about yourself.
Right.
You saying in your head that you not vulnerable because you did that. What about when she turned that shit and used that shit on you? How do you feel then? Let's talk about the brothers who we know who their bras done got on here and exposed shit that they was vulnerable with them and gave them. Let's talk about that. Like how now what? Is that the same?
I mean, 9 times out of 10, don't them niggas bounce back and continue to do the same shit?
I don't know, bro. It's hard.
Like a week?
Certain shit is hard to bounce back from.
I don't know. I don't know.
Vulnerabilities is accepting your flaws. Vulnerabilities is accepting the things that you don't do as well as others and working on it. I
No,
feel
that's
like
what you say.
if you're running away from your vulnerability, then you're running away from your true self.
Okay.
That's how I feel. And like I said, perception. That's just
respect it.
that's how I rock. You feel me? Like, I don't care. I don't care how nobody feel about me personally. You feel me? And it's a possible attack. It's not a for sure attack, right? And if we look at it,
Right,
this
you only,
definition,
and
you're
again,
looking
it's
at
a
this
possible attack, and you
You're looking
only
at the definition because
and
you
we-
said it says weakness.
Right,
You
but
said
see,
it says weakness.
No, I
The
didn't
quality-
say it, but I didn't say it said weakness, bro.
You said it
I
says
said
weakness
what
to
that,
you.
What that says is you're in a weak state because you're open to the possibility of attack. That's all I said.
Right.
And I made my answer real short and succinct. If you're vulnerable, you're open to the possibility of attack.
And if you're vulnerable,
That's what I said.
And if you're vulnerable, you're open to the
That's not a
possibility.
dope space to be in.
You're a possibility of attack or a victory.
That's not a. But yeah, the odds of you being victorious in a vulnerable state are low.
No,
Says
they're,
who?
They're high if you
says
understand
that?
that you're vulnerable.
Like it depends on the vulnerability. Like I don't know. Y'all digging too deep into it. Like it's the context of the thing. Like,
No, we're digging as deep as we can go. You feel me? Because only we know as far as we can
every
go. So
situation is different though.
I think on the street,
I understand that in life, whatever it is you're doing, whatever field you're in, whatever you do, you exploit vulnerabilities in others to progress.
yeah,
Other businesses, whatever. If you're a business owner, you exploit the vulnerabilities to take other people's space.
yeah.
That's what you do.
That's why black people can't get it. That's why
No,
us as a
that's
community
what- no,
can't
that's what-
progress.
No, bro. That's
Nah,
what
real rap,
all,
though.
That's what all businesses do.
That's what all white businesses.
That's
do.
what every business
That's
does,
what all
bro.
white businesses do.
That's what everybody does who
well.
tries to advance.
But we
They
don't have
expo-
equal rights,
they
so how can we do the
expose- they
same thing
expose
everybody
the-
else is doing?
Bro, again, I said this is what everybody tries to do, bro. You try to exploit the vulnerabilities
Not me.
in opposition, bro. That's what you
I
do.
mean, that's if you got a cutthroat mentality. Everybody don't think like that.
No,
bro.
if you in business with somebody, no. If you're in competition with them, bro, why would you? I don't even understand that.
Competition?
Now life not competition. I get it.
Nah, it ain't.
All right.
It ain't for me. It's not competition for me.
It's not.
I'm not in competition with
Not.
nobody.
It's not.
I mean, but it's people that do have that mindset.
Right,
It's
absolutely.
not a competition.
Absolutely.
Bro.
And
It's
I
not.
It
appreciate
shouldn't be. Life shouldn't be a competition.
Right.
What is it? A race to get what? See who get ahead first?
Right. You want to go, what's the African proverb? You want to get there fast, go alone. You want to go long, go together.
I ain't said nothing about getting there first.
Nah, but I'm
I ain't
asking you,
said
saying
nothing
life is a
about getting there
competition.
fast.
I'm asking you, how is life a competition?
And what do you win from this competition?
Whatever you measure as your success, see, success is different for everybody. Whatever in your space, in your heart, is gonna make you successful. This space, this level, that's your success. You're gonna have to be competitive to get there. It ain't gonna be given to you. You're gonna have to take it. That's how that go. Life is competitive.
That's working hard though. That's not necessarily being competitive.
Life is competitive. You have to beat out the competition. It's people fighting for the same level that you're going for. They're trying to get there too.
But there's so many lanes to get there. I don't feel like I gotta compete with nobody, bro.
Sure
Only person I gotta compete with is myself.
You don't compete with nobody. When you go to apply for a job, it's not 15 applicants. You're not competing with them for the 2 spots.
I'm not.
You're not.
My resume is
your resume is not competing with theirs.
No.
It's not. They're not judging.
That's what the interview's for.
It's not a competition.
That's what the interview's for.
Right, and they're judging you against other applicants.
Right.
It was a competition for this
I win
job.
every time.
How do you win if it's not
I got
a
the job.
competition?
I got the job. You're saying it's a competition, so I'm just going from what you're saying.
I was about to say, I'm listening. I'm letting you talk.
No, I'm saying if I said it's a competition and you just said you won, obviously you was in a competition. Everything in life is a competition, bro. To get to the next level, bro. Everything is. It's a competition, bro.
And that's where
That's a good. I mean, it's a good theory, but I don't look at it like that.
I think that's where we fail because we're looking at everything like it's a competition or it's who gets there first. But not only does the person that get there first miss out on a lot of life.
People.
Talk.
I was about to answer what Leslie was saying.
Go ahead.
When she's saying about competition, I don't mean like prime example. Let's say another business in the city, in addition to my clothing business.
Right.
I am not in direct competition with them. See what I'm saying? I'm not in direct competition with Inspire. I'm not in direct competition with It's a Big Deal or Thick Girls Is Fly or
et cetera, et cetera.
You feel me? I'm not in direct competition with them. I'm in competition with everybody who does this. The whole system. I'm trying to achieve a level in the top in this spot. I'm in competition with other designers, other manufacturers that's doing business.
Well, that's Keish responding, not Leslie.
Or whoever that was, but I'm in competition with them. Everything is a competition. Everything in life is competition. That's the only way you excel. This is the only way you measure your greatness against other people. How you great if they not measuring you against nobody?
I mean, that's other people's perspective.
No, I'm just saying.
I understand that, but
that's greatness. That's how you measure greatness. You measure greatness against something. You can't measure it by itself and just say that's great. How do you know it's great if you're not measuring it against something? You can't. You know what I'm saying? It has to go against something. That's the only way you find out that it's great. It was in competition. That's how you find out who the greatest basketball player is.
That's competition.
That's how you find out who the greatest businessman is. That's how you find out what the best business is.
The numbers show
right. And you're in direct competition with sales. You're in direct competition with customer service. You're in direct competition. Your company is in, you know what I'm saying? It's in competition with those other companies. To win.
Okay. I don't see it.
Your radio station is in competition. Our show is in competition with other podcasts.
Yeah.
We're not directly coming at them. We're not naming them and saying we're better than them. But we're all fighting for viewers. We're all fighting for viewership. It's a competition. How is it not?
excuse me.
I'm just saying. Okay. How is it not?
The nigga got a. Ooh, my fault. I look at him. He ready to rumble.
Yeah,
the brother has a point.
Yeah, how is it not, bro?
I don't personally have to think like that because if he explained that, but it's valid. You feel me? Whether we feel that way or not, that's the way. That's the way.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Society runs.
You don't have to feel like you in a competition to be in one.
But what is perception? Right. But reality.
Perception. That's the reality. And everything is a competition.
That's his perception. My perception is different.
Right. I mean, you can perceive that you're not in competition with other shows, but
you
are.
I'm definitely.
You definitely are.
I'm
definitely in competition with other podcasts.
Guess what? If a person doesn't think that they're in competition, they're not in competition because it's on that person. See, other people can view me and say, "Oh, he's in competition," but there is no competition. You feel me? Like there should be no competition in
what there should be and what there is two different things. Though,
two different things.
Perception and reality.
That's why numbers are what they are.
That's his perception. 4. My perception is differently. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan was in competition with nobody.
Michael Jordan was in competition with Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. He'll tell you that himself.
Larry Bird was in competition with Magic Johnson. Michael Jordan, who was he in competition with? Name the person that he went up against every year, the same person.
Isaiah Thomas.
It wasn't every year, bro.
Bad boy.
Larry Bird, 3 years straight.
It wasn't every year.
3 years straight.
Saying his competition changed who he was because there was so many great players in the 80s.
But
So-
3 years
so-
straight.
He wanted to be better than all of
when
them, bro.
Jordan
So
started winning championships. 6 championships he won. Who else did the same thing?
The only way to get to the number one
Nobody.
spot is to
Nobody.
compete.
So when Michael Jordan started winning championships, who was in competition with Michael Jordan?
Everybody. They was all trying to take the top spot.
Perception.
just like it changed, it was a shift.
Everybody.
I'm saying Michael Jordan. Who was he in competition with?
Everybody.
Nobody.
He was in
You
competition
can't
with
say
them.
that, bro.
Ask Michael Jordan that same question. If we
wait.
can ask Michael Jordan that same
Wait.
question, the
He's
question
a
was,
cocky, arrogant somebody, so that don't even make.
the question he would answer was, I was in competition with myself to be better than myself every day. That's how you win, bro.
That was when
If
he
you're-
got.
if
That
you're
was when he
thinking-
got to the top spot, and he wanted to
Even-
stay there.
even
When he
be-
before he got there, he
even
had to go
before-
against Magic.
Even before
Larry.
then, he was in the Eastern Conference.
He didn't
see
just get there.
He didn't see Magic every year. He didn't have to.
But
deal
he
with
had.
Magic
But that's how
every
you get to the top spot, win a championship.
One championship he won. He won against the Lakers,
I'm
right?
going to just say it like this.
No?
I'm going to just say it like this.
Go ahead.
If you don't want to compete, you don't want to win. If you don't want to compete, you don't want to win. Because in order to win out here, you going to have to compete. You have to get in the field. You have to play. You have to grind every day. You have to put the effort out. You have to compete.
So
So
what
if
is
you
compete-
don't want to compete,
What is competing?
In
Because
this-
you're saying competing
it's-
is that going up directly
this
against
is-
someone
this is-
else?
This is what competing is.
Go ahead.
Competing is creating something out of nothing.
Right.
And trying to make it succeed.
Right.
The only way to do that is to take spots. If you open a company that's in a field that's already with people in it, you feel what I'm saying? The only way for you to advance is to take somebody's spot. They already there. This is the only way for you to move up in the rankings.
I'm just saying that confidence has no competition.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck who do what. Literally. I don't care how much you do it. I don't care how much you perform it. I don't care how much money you got. You can't beat me at my game, bro. That's from the rip. There is no competition for me. I don't see people as competition. What I see people as is, oh, all right, that's what you're doing. I'm gonna support that. I don't have a problem with supporting every fucking podcast in the world, bro.
What does
Literally.
that have to do
With competition.
you fighting to be the number one spot?
I don't have to be at the number one spot. I'm already in the number one spot. Literally.
I don't get it.
Am I not?
I don't get it.
You telling me I'm not?
I don't get it. I don't get what you mean.
As far as like,
I don't get what you mean.
In the avenue that I'm in right now,
Right.
am I not in the number one spot?
In Chester.
Am I not in the number one spot?
In Chester. So we're
Am
going
I not in the number one spot? Yes or
you're
no?
in the number one. You're in the number one spot in Chester,
Right.
and we're fighting. We're in competition
Woohoo.
with everybody.
All right, well then you do the fighting. I'm
To
gonna-
move
I'm gonna
up.
continue- I'm gonna continue to say
What you mean? We not.
doing.
Know why?
Why?
Because we not trying to stay here.
Absolutely.
We not trying to stay here. We in competition to get the fuck from out of here, bro. We in competition to move our show up to the level and the heights of these Spotify motherfuckers that's getting paid all this motherfucking money. We in competition with them, bro. Like I'm trying to be to the top.
Automatically we win and we do 3 shows a week. They do 1 show.
I
You know
know
what I'm
that.
saying?
I
They
mean,
do
we
they do
got-
1 show
hey,
a week. You
that's
feel me?
not
So
what
we putting out 3 times as
That's
much.
not what I'm saying.
I get that, bro. I
How
understand
you
where you
don't-
I
how you
understand
don't-
where
how
you
don't-
at.
How you don't have no competition?
Because I don't see the competition. I can't focus on them if I'm focused on me and where I'm trying to go. You feel me? They say don't look back, bro.
I'm not looking back.
Don't look to the side neither.
I'm not looking to the side.
Put your blinders on and focus on your path.
Okay,
If I'm worried about everybody else, bro, I'll never get anything. Oh man, look at them. Oh man, they do this. Oh man, he doing that. Oh man, look at him. I'm not getting nothing done for me. Moving for me.
I like your analogy, Justin.
You feel me? So I have to move forward.
Right.
I can have I've had conversations with everybody that has a podcast in the area, bro.
What happens when you move forward in a race from 10th place?
Say what?
What happens when you move forward in a race and you're in 10th place? What do you see in front of you?
I see 9 other people in front of me. If I'm in 10th place.
So I'm not looking back. I'm not looking at these niggas parallel to me, bro.
I'm not into.
I'm moving forward, and it's people and racers in my way to the top spot.
Yeah, I'm not.
They don't want to give it to me. They don't want to hand it to me. They don't want me at the top.
What happens in a race when you go from 10th place to first place? Nothing. You were racing. Nothing happened. You didn't trip nobody up. You ain't look at nobody's weakness. You ain't worried about nothing. You worried about you getting your job done. Nothing happened except for you winning the fucking race.
No, I might have tapped your car. I might have did a whole lot of shit to make sure I won.
You might have done what?
I might have tapped your car. You know what I'm saying?
You said-
Spit
oh,
you
you
out.
said-
I might have did a
race.
whole.
Oh, you talking about a car race?
I'm saying any kind of race, even if we racing side by side.
That NASCAR shit is
The
confusing.
only point I'm trying to make.
that shit
The
don't-
only point I'm trying to.
no fucking sense because I'm crashing everybody.
Nah, the only point I'm trying to make an analogy is, bro, is people in front of you.
Right.
If you want to get in front of them,
Right.
you have to compete.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
I get that.
You have to compete.
I understand that. I understand where you're coming
all
from.
I'm
Listen, I don't want you to feel like I don't understand.
I don't mean destroy nobody business. I don't mean going for nobody on personal attacks or whatever. No, I mean we're competing for a market. We're competing for an audience. I'm doing my thing. You doing your thing.
Absolutely.
We are all in competition, but we can still help each other win. You see what I'm saying? But this is a competitive sport. Life is a competitive sport. That's why people get killed, and that's why people are predator, people are prey. That's why businesses win, businesses lose, bro, because it's constant competition, bro, everything you do. Even going for a woman, bro, I guess it ain't no competition for women.
Oh, it's definitely.
Nah, I'm saying.
I was about to say, that's one of the biggest competitions.
You feel me? I guess it ain't no,
Yo, Dante.
I guess it ain't no competition for none of that.
You said what? Yeah, hold on real quick. Oh, shit.
Nah, who that?
Yo, bro.
Yo, so when you say life is not about competition, it is. Everything you do in life is based on competition. When Popeyes captured the market with the chicken sandwich, they was competing against Chick-fil-A. When you go get a haircut or go get new clothes, you competing against other dudes who may be trying to get a girl or just competing against dudes in general that don't even give a damn about what they got on. Everything you do in life is a competition, especially when you're black. In corporate America, you're competing against these white people to try to keep your job and prove that you're worth it every day.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's an excellent perception of you, good brother, in competition. But I again say,
Thank you, brother.
I have
for
never
your input.
in my history been in competition with anyone for anything. Because I can
Maybe you may not want to admit it.
No,
and
it's
may
not. It's
be
not
the-
about being. It's not about being. Because when you're in competition, you're acknowledging that person is better than you, or that person has something
No.
that you don't have. There's no way you could be in competition and feel as though you're the best. So to feel as though you're the best, to feel as though you do your job the best, is saying that there is no other competition. That's the first thing you have to do. If you're going after a chick and you feel as though there are other men going after, what you going after her for? Why are you talking to her?
Because
I
you
like
want
how you
what
try
you
to clean
see.
this up, P, but life is a competition. I'm sorry.
Life is
You
life.
convinced me.
It is.
He convinced
Everything-
you.
No, are you reading the comments too?
I'm definitely reading the
You
comments.
gotta think about it. Like the perception
Think of it,
is
bro.
whether you want to admit it or not.
And think of it. You can say you ain't in
You may
competition
not feel
with
like you in
nobody.
competition
You
with no
are.
other podcast. You may not feel like, but it's somebody in the city right now looking at CMP and say, "I want to be."
But guess what?
Where he is,
Guess
or
what?
better.
Guess who's
That's a
problem?
competition.
Oh,
It's
stop.
not. It may be a one-sided competition,
So then
but
I'm
it's a
not in competition.
competition.
Yeah, you can call
Yes,
in.
you
Bruce,
are.
call in, bro. I'm giving the number, P.
Right. Phone numbers up
P,
there: 484-802-2388.
And when you said that you're not competing against other podcasts, I need you to think broader than Chester. Nobody gives a damn about Chester, right? You got to think from a perspective of I want to be better than drink
this
champs
is-
or
so
$1 million
this-
worth of games.
This is what I know, right? They all have teams. They all have people that work for them, with them, and I don't have a team. It's me and Leslie. You know what I'm saying? So there's not a whole bunch of people up here helping me to even think about getting in competition
Hold the
with
fuck up. I
anybody
ain't on the
else.
team. I don't even like how you
Yeah,
just,
what about
I
you,
don't
though?
even like how he just said me and Leslie. I don't like that shit.
We're talking about the station.
I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Am I not up here?
You definitely up here. So with this
Am I
show,
not working?
it's me, Leslie, and the OG. You You understand what I'm saying? Like, and so even
like
that's
that
still
shit.
not enough.
We gonna have to rewrite my
compete.
contract.
So we have to come to a discernment where you're saying with yourself, I'm not in competition. I'm getting my team ready for competition. Shit. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not in competition with anybody yet, because if I was to go up against any of those other podcasts, I would get crushed.
Even if we the worst team in the league, we still competing.
No. I'm not competing. I'm putting the team together.
Exactly.
I'm putting the team together.
Exactly.
Perception is key.
Bro. If you're getting
talking
crushed,
about
it don't
reality.
even matter. It don't even matter if you're getting crushed.
Long as
You're in the game.
competing.
You're competing. You're competing
you in the
against. It don't
game.
even matter what the result is. The
Long
outcome
as you in
is.
the game, whatever game you in. Talk to him.
Gio, you have to sign a contract first, right?
No, I do got a contract. Now I need equity. Fuck that. I was just going to be a part of this show, but I don't like how you fronted on me on air talking about it's only you and Leslie. We need to talk about my deal now.
All right, love y'all, boys.
Love you, bro. Be safe.
Love you, bro.
Take it easy, bro.
All right.
Yeah, we need to talk about my deal. Fuck you, man. Fuck
We
Leslie.
need to talk about your deal. We need to renegotiate.
Yeah, man, we got to talk about my deal.
Oh, all right, absolutely.
We
We
gonna
can
do that.
definitely do
I
that.
don't
You know,
like
I love when a nigga come talking about renegotiating.
Yeah, we got to renegotiate my deal. Fuck
I
that.
love that shit. You feel me?
I don't like this shit.
That's
Plus,
definitely
plus
dope.
I'm trying to win, and I'm in competition with everybody. So
Yeah, so go ahead. Handle the competition. You handle the competition side. I ain't got time for that.
I am. We just gonna win. We gonna win by being the best, and by being the best, is
Life of competition, and we can't compete with the white folks at all. So why we compete against each other? And that's the problem.
bro. We compete against white people all the time. We compete against everybody. It's only one number one spot in a field.
Nah, it's multiple fields though.
Again, I said a field.
Multiple fields.
I'm only speaking of one field.
Right. And what field is that?
Any field you want. It's only one spot. Like, how hard is this for you to catch, bro?
Right. I'm just asking.
It's multiple fields, but there's only one spot, one top spot in each of those fields, bro.
Yeah, it's no competition for me.
And everybody's in
And that's not me.
competition.
That's not me not acknowledging other people that are doing the same thing
Leslie
I'm
talking
doing.
about she don't have my signature on no paperwork. Leslie, you don't know all our business.
I get
See,
it.
he be keeping you out of shit too.
I ain't seen you sign
See,
nothing.
he be keeping you out of shit too.
He said, I ain't see you sign
Oh, you
this.
see
They
me
tag
sign-
team.
Oh, now you ain't see me sign? Oh man, this show over, man. Yo, y'all, I'm gonna get back with y'all.
All
Man.
right,
I'll
Gio.
get back with y'all. Y'all be cool.
Let it just be Uncle P. Hold on, let me bring up my Uncle P joint.
This has
You feel
been the
me?
OG. I mean,
Sign it
I
off.
have been around, but I appear to have no
No,
contract.
that ain't it.
I appear to have no contract and paperwork now, so these motherfuckers done reneged on my deal. Like, I don't even like that.
Nah, I definitely I acknowledge everybody, man. There are so many people doing great things in the city of Chester. I'm just one of those people. You feel me? But you know, the radio station, that's my dream, right? To have a real radio station
No
in
doubt.
Delaware County.
That's what we gonna
You feel
do.
me? That's where I'm at. Like, I'm not on the other things. Now, if me and Gio have a conversation, he said he want to do this podcast shit. If you want to come up here and do this shit and we do this shit together, let's go. You understand what I'm saying? But I done put so much energy in, not into other people, but into myself and giving it to other people. Like, yo, man, you can do what you want to do. You can. We had a conversation yesterday. See, you feel me? Like, at no point do I feel as though anybody is competition. But our the people that we work for, you know what I'm saying, see that as competition. No, it's not about competition. It's about us working together. You feel me, to help these kids.
Nah, it's a fact.
You feel me? So I don't
You shouldn't
see
be
no,
you shouldn't be in competition with people trying to help people.
right.
But we know it is.
But they see it differently.
But that's
We all work for 3 different organizations,
Guess
bro.
what, though? So since
Doing the same work instead of it being one umbrella.
So therefore, you understand the concept
competition.
of everything is competition.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We all working
But
with organizations helping.
But why is it a competition? You know why. He know why. I'm not going to say it
No,
on
I'm
here.
saying because of rank, bro. Nah,
because-
like everything in life.
It definitely ain't about,
every-
it definitely ain't about rank.
No, I'm saying everything in life is rank, bro. They wouldn't rank it. They rank everything. What's the best this? What's the best that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They rank everything.
Yeah.
It's a reason, bro. Because everybody is in competition for that top
Everything
spot.
don't need to be ranked. That's a perfect example. We did that list.
Yeah.
Lord knows we shouldn't have put no numbers by there because it turned from just a list
That's an exact
into a ranking.
That's a fact, Bruce. Just because you're not saying the competition don't mean it's not there. It's definitely there because everything is competition.
You're not saying competition doesn't mean
Yeah, don't mean it's not there.
Nah, that's a fact.
Just because you're not competing, motherfucker competing with you.
And that's what I was trying to say. Explain.
When motherfuckers, okay.
Can we speak from an athlete, like an athlete that is at the top of his game?
Let's speak from this perspective.
Right, go ahead.
Even LeBron competing with Michael Jordan.
Let's take the station.
He ain't even playing.
But he ain't even playing, so he's not competition.
Nah, let's take the station.
He wore his number.
Mind.
He paid him homage.
If you had any shows on here, right?
Right.
Any hosts or whatever,
right?
That you was on, they was on here and they was doing shows on here and they left.
Right.
And they started their own show.
Right.
And they looking for viewers and whatever.
Right.
Are y'all now in competition for those viewers?
No,
is he now trying to compete with you? He or she?
No.
Are they now trying? See, you're not in competition, but they're in competition with you.
I would say it would be only if they put a show on at the same time, knowing that it's a show.
They're in competition with you.
You feel me?
Yeah, they're in competition.
Now
with
that's
you.
direct competition,
Right. Because you're looking for viewers. You can only have a certain amount of viewers at a certain time. They're only going to watch a certain thing.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So if we put these motherfuckers on at the same time,
that's competition. Now
competing for viewers.
Now you're telling me we're in competition.
Yeah, but not
now. I have no problem with destroying you.
But that's the only way I can see it as like. I understand you got to look at there's direct competition, and there's somebody that wants your spot. You feel me? And then they're going to compete to go get it.
Yeah, because I'm trying to build a motherfucking platform, and if I want to be number one in the city, because you're comfortably entrenched in your number one status.
Right.
Anybody else who comes out here
right.
is in direct competition with you for that number one spot. They looking for that number one spot. You're not giving it to them.
Right.
And if they start popping, you're going to have to compete to maintain your top spot.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? You gonna have to do what you have to do to maintain your status.
I think
you can't just sit up there and I'm the best and ain't no competition.
If
for
you
me,
know what you've done to get
popping
to that number one spot and the things that you've had to do, right? You know, you can sit back for a little bit and watch them.
Can't stop training.
Shit.
Can't stop fighting. Floyd Mayweather never stopped training.
Right.
When you the best, and you gotta keep putting pressure on motherfuckers.
Absolutely.
You got to.
But you also understand what it took to get Floyd there, and he doesn't see any boxers that that have that competence to do what he did to get there. The amount of training. A lot of people don't have.
No, he knew he was better than them, but he respected that they were competitors, that they his competition. He knew you can sit from there and say I'm better than these niggas, but don't never think you're not in competition with these niggas.
Yeah.
You can be the best and still be in competition. Jordan was the best, but he was in a competition with everybody because every year somebody was trying to take his spot.
But I'm just saying from a personal standpoint, from your best point guard, they don't see the competition because they're looking ahead.
Oh, they see it.
Right? You can feel it.
They see it.
You can feel it. And if you tend to turn around and look at who's doing what, you feel me? You become enamored with that. I don't think Kobe was ever worried about who was doing what he was doing. He was worried about the Lakers winning a chip. You feel me? And putting a team together to assist him because everybody else was putting these teams together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, what he was doing is he was worrying about what the other people were doing. And he was making himself better to compete with them and beat them.
Reinvent all the time to fight all competition.
Yeah, that's what you do. So
Bruce, call up, man. Just call the station.
That's
bro.
real rap.
Just call the station.
That's
man.
real rap. Like, yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to keep bringing that shit. That's the only way you maintain your top spot. You in constant competition. If you're at number one, it's 50,000 people shooting at you.
Absolutely.
Every fucking day. And if you think you're not in competition with them 50 motherfuckers reaching for your ankle, reaching for the back of your jersey, you're not in the fight. You're not in the game.
Yeah. No game. But this weekend, man. This weekend is a dope weekend, man. Definitely got a dope event going on.
What you got going on?
The Black Business Bazaar, man. February 26, 2022. We will be live.
Where is that?
Down there at the Leak Center. It's going to be at the Leak Center.
Where the Leak Center at?
Leak Center is across the street from Murphy Church. Murphy Church is located on 7th and Yarnell.
There you go.
Where's 7th and Yarnell at?
7th and
west
Yarnell is the west side. Across the street from the Rite Aid, the old Rite Aid.
Oh, now you got to give me landmarks. Okay, Family Dollar.
Right.
Down there on 9th Street?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Got to give me landmarks.
Oh, yeah, you got to give me landmarks.
Definitely excited about that. And then this Wednesday at 7 p.m., me and C's, man, we will be live. We will be the only two parents on this this webinar.
I'm a parent. Why you ain't ask me to come?
I don't know why she ain't asked you to come.
She should have asked you to come.
Y'all don't fuck with me. I see. Y'all
Oh
only
my
like me.
God.
Y'all only like me certain times. I get it. Y'all don't like me around y'all bougie friends. I get it. It's cool.
Man, ain't no.
They stole that.
They don't
bitch
like
off
the OG.
internet,
They don't
too.
like
I
the
don't know where
OG
got
around
that
it.
from.
They don't like the OG around that.
I didn't know she invited C's until I got the photo, and I didn't know she.
And I didn't know what date it was until I got the email.
Right.
So my girl's birthday.
Ain't nobody invite me.
gotta pull myself
And what they
away from
say, just come through. No, I ain't coming through.
She talking about the 26th.
Oh, all right. I was about to say.
something else.
Ain't put my face on no flyer. I ain't coming through shit.
COVID vaccine rates in Delaware County are really low for young black people.
Unknown caller.
Oh shit.
That's funny. I just got an unknown call too.
Who that?
Yo, bro. Hold on real quick.
Who we got here?
Yo, bro, what's up with you?
What's up?
Oh man, this Bruce. Go ahead. Who
Yo, man, you're not. And this is my just personal point of view. You're not in competition with nobody because A, you're the only radio station podcast we got. I think. B, you just an honest, good dude, and you want everybody to win. So you gonna give everybody pieces and hints and like all that old other cool stuff. Because that's what you're gonna do. I've had small little conversations.
Right.
But like, and I'm gonna put it like this for me. Like, when I played ball, I knew who was better than me. I knew who wasn't better than me. And it was all competition because, you know, it is what it is. As far as my shirt, you know, Cool Nerd don't jump off like Thick Girls Is Fly or Secure the Bag or all those other ones. I'm not in competition with them because I'm not on their level yet. But when I get to their level, they're definitely competition because I make shirts for girls.
It's respectable.
So there's always competition. You just don't notice it. You don't want to notice it because you're an all-around general good dude.
Yeah,
and that's just my take on it. I could be wrong. That's just my take on it.
Nah, I appreciate that, and this is what I want to tell you about you, right? You know,
He's
and
nice
you know,
and
I love Cool Nerds. You know, every time you come out with a shirt, I'm trying to grab one. You feel me? It's all about consistency, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and if you come out with your shirt, you rock with your shirt. That's what you're doing. And it's hard. It's hard for us as entrepreneurs to be able to say, this is my job, this is what makes me money, this is what I want to make me money. You feel me? And OGGO with his Secure the Brand,
Secure the Bag.
So Secure the Bag situation is the same situation that I'm talking about. You have to put your all into your baby, right? Because if you're not putting your all into your baby, you're putting your all into someone else's baby and making them more money than what you're getting paid. Yeah. You feel me? So at no time will I ever tell you, don't do the shirts, but do it. And remain consistent. You got different logos. Every time I turn around, there's something different popping from your joint. You feel me? And actually, you're an inspiration to people that have clothing brands to say, listen, I got to always come out with something new. You see the same type of polo shirt, but it's 30 different types of polo shirts. I didn't know. You got your cotton blend, you got your silk blend, you got your, you feel me? And they come out with polo shirts.
What's Cool Nerds, man?
Cool Nerd is his situation. Right.
They got a page?
Nah. They got a page. You got a page on Facebook?
I got an Instagram page.
You got an Instagram page.
What is that joint?
What is it? CoolNerdGarmentCompany.com. Well, on Instagram is just Cool Nerd Garment Company.
All right, should type that joint up in the comments.
Right, definitely type it in the comments, bro. You know, I appreciate you, and we always had these conversations, man. And that's what it's about, man. It's about giving, man.
You my guy. I'm like, listen, you ain't in competition because ain't nobody put pressure on you. And just from the sheer simple fact,
they don't want to put no pressure.
They don't know how to put They don't know how. It's hard to put pressure on a generally good dude who's always generally doing something good.
Right.
So if I come out with a radio station, I'm gonna be your competition. I'm gonna love you to death, but I'm gonna be number one. I'm not gonna do nothing to shame you.
Right.
But I do want your viewers, so that at that point in time, I do become competition.
Absolutely. And I appreciate that. And I'm going to give you some of my viewers because, you know, I might not want to do the radio station anymore.
You might. You
get on my nerves, bro.
Literally.
But that's my point. OG, you see what he said?
He gets on my nerves, bro.
I don't want to. By this time, I might be internet, so I'm gonna just show you my Facebook viewers.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. He's not gonna say, "No, I'm taking everything. You got to figure it out on your own."
No, because I had to figure this shit out, bro. Literally, I had to figure this shit out. There are people around me that have talents and have the expertise to help me out in the beginning of this radio station, bro, and they did not help me out. Why? Because they were in competition.
You are a liar.
Yeah,
They were
because
in
they
competition.
didn't want you to be great.
No, I'm not a liar, bro. I'm not a liar. Literally.
I do not believe that anybody is this nice, bro. This motherfucker is too nice and forgiving and wholesome. I don't even understand how he was in the penitentiary with me, man.
A lot of people say,
I don't see how the fuck that happened, bro.
What you mean you don't understand how it
Because you
happened?
too fucking nice and forgiving, bro. You're amazing. You are an amazing human being,
Thank
brother.
you. I appreciate that.
Like, you are amazing.
I appreciate that.
Seriously, man. You
Yeah.
got the glow.
But nah,
You got the glow,
but
Leroy.
I'm telling you, that plays a big part in why you don't feel competition, because ain't no other radio shows. I guarantee you another radio show come out, you gonna be on go, because you already said it. You brought up Kobe. You know why Kobe ain't see Kobe seen competition, but he punched them in their mouth as soon as they stepped on the court.
Right.
Punched them dead in the mouth. You're not better than me.
He is a liar, brother. He's a liar. Brother, he's a liar. He is not that nice, man.
I am that nice.
That is his radio personality.
No,
that is
that's me
him in
outside
real
of
life, man.
This been me forever, bro.
It hasn't, bro.
It has.
It's no way you can keep this pace up for 40 years, bro. You
42
too fucking
years.
nice.
Listen.
He know me from the streets.
I commented that, you feel me? And when we was in the game,
Right.
I pulled up and like always showed me love. You feel me? Yo, you good? You need something? Listen, never know.
Yeah.
Like never know difficult situations.
You
I
get
never seen a
blessings to
brother
give
mad,
blessings,
like,
bro. You don't get blessed. You don't get blessed to keep your blessing for yourself, because that's the last blessing you're gonna get. Like my grandma told me that. Right?
Okay.
You have what you have to give to others.
So I'm not gonna mess with
Nah,
that.
that's a lot of people.
Don't get me wrong. My mom gave us that.
Listen, a lot of people kept them blessings to themselves.
Right, and they don't receive no more blessings. They get to losing things fall off, things ain't the same, and then you see them three years later, and they standing out front of what's the store over town, Showwells, begging for change. You feel me? Keep your blessings, bro. Keep your blessings for you, but you share what you can share with others. I share. Somebody was to hit me up right now and say, yo, I want to start a radio station in the city of Chester. How I do it? Come on up here. Let me show you. Like, none of this stuff is hard, bro, but nobody showed me. So it made the last 4 years extremely hard on me. But there are people that have knowledge. A white guy showed me how to do this shit, bro. Literally. Called me on the phone and said, man, your sound doesn't sound right. Let me help you out. Told me everything I had to go out and buy. Next day, we up here and we sound 100% better, bro.
That was so nice of him.
You understand what I'm saying? Not a black dude. Not
So
somebody
what?
that already got an internet radio station, but somebody. Yo, Bruce, appreciate you calling me, bro. Be safe.
Definitely. You too.
God. White boy called him and went nobody black.
Right. It wasn't. But that don't mean I won't give the knowledge to the next black person that hit me up on the phone and say they want to start it.
Yeah.
I've allowed people to come in here and see I don't lock that door and not let people come in here and see how we get down. Everything can be bought. Everything. There's nothing in here that cannot be bought from the store. So why would I have you trying to figure it out when I can come through and give you a little bit of, yeah, absolutely. Do it like this. Play this type of music. Don't play this type of music. Competition. So I'm going to say this. Competition does. Competition. Hold on, real quick. Competition definitely does fuel me. So when I feel as though someone's in competition with me, yeah, I am ready for that. But I'm going to say right now I'm not in competition because there's nobody in my lane.
Okay.
I'm in the HOV lane.
Speaking of competition,
Go ahead.
last week there was a rather interesting sporting event that came on where two teams, one from Los Angeles and another, it's called Bengals from Cincinnati, played a game with an oblong ball and somebody kicked a field goal at the end and they won.
Right.
I don't remember getting paid for that. I don't remember.
You don't remember getting paid for that?
I don't remember getting paid for
Oh, your $40?
I don't remember getting paid for that. Competition. Y'all compete.
There you go.
Where my fucking money?
You want some more money?
Oh my God, he got all the money back.
Hey, flip the camera
And he
around.
flip the camera around. You pulling out all that cash. Yeah.
I ain't in competition.
Yeah, you ain't in no competition with all that bag. I need my bag.
No, I got to go pay bills.
Yeah, matter of fact,
So the
see,
station can stay.
we're going to go spend that right now.
What,
Yeah.
that $40?
Yeah, peel our 40 off. We're going to spend
You
that
got,
right
you
now.
got 10? You got 10 ounce
We're going
change?
to spend that right now. I might. I don't know.
If you ain't got 10 ounce change, you ain't getting
All
nothing.
you got is 50s?
Yeah.
You got a 10? Damn, that's amazing.
I believe so.
You got a lot of 50s?
Yeah. That's bill money, though. I got to go pay the rent and shit like that. So
Yeah, Leslie, I don't recall, man. I don't
Don't recall getting paid.
Since we talking about
because
sports,
he ain't in the competition.
He ain't in the competition.
That's why he ain't pay me.
Anyway, let me do this. Let me do this drink before we roll up out of here. It's 12:25, man.
Oh yeah.
Keeping it 100 Delco, man. Listen,
Hungry as shit.
COVID vaccine rates in Delaware County are really low for young black people and their children. It's time to have a real conversation about this. In collaboration with Dr. Christian Ball Motley's firm HCS, we're hosting Keep It 100 COVID Conversations. Dads are speaking out right here on
tap in.
radio.net.
Oh, I'm coming up here.
Wednesday night at 7 p.m. We'll hear from moms on Thursday night at 7 p.m. Just join the conversation, right? There is literally nothing we can't talk about up here at the radio station, right? I don't agree with the COVID vaccine.
Especially for kids.
I take elderberry, sea moss, you feel me, and a couple other
Yeah, baby, it is lunch on pig.
things that I do, right? And that's just for me. But if you feel as though your immune system is weak, if you feel as though the vaccine could help you out, this is where you'll get that information from. Then on Saturday, man, Keeping It 100 Delco, COVID vaccine and booster clinic. Check out my man Lamar Todd. You feel me? Hilarious, funny dude. He's going to be hosting the show.
That's why they was trying to get me to send a picture with the Band-Aid. They thought they were
Okay,
going to put me right there.
Okay, but why is you in the picture like that? Like, what was you thinking?
Listen, they tried to get me to do that. They wanted me to be him. This boy right here?
Yeah.
Wasn't happening.
Or they wanted you to stand there with
With the Band-Aid on. No, sir, man. We not doing all
Oh
that.
man,
We not doing all that.
they trying to turn my homie into a turkey.
See, I
man.
see what I have to
turn me
do is
into a
just
cool-
cut y'all microphones off so I can finish giving the promotion and
Sorry,
then y'all can talk about it.
Sorry.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Come get your COVID vaccine and booster at the Black-owned Business Bazaar this Saturday at the Leak Center. Vaccines and boosters are free for anyone 5 and up. Clinic is from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Check out, don't make me kill your shit. All right, that's it. Check out our live broadcast hosted by the hilarious Lamar Todd right here on cmpradio.net. If you have any questions, call or text Dr. Christian Ball Motley at 267-322-0470. Again, that's 267-322-0470. Come through on Saturday, and if you come through on Saturday, make sure you bring a couple dollars so you can sponsor the Black-owned Business Bazaar. You can buy some stuff. I'm sure there'll be some stuff in there that you will want to take home to your kids. What we got in there? We got a lot of people that's going to be there. So Gio is definitely the geek. Not talking to the phone. The beep number. Oh, you being smart. The camera's on you.
Nah, man, I was trying to tell you something, man. But yeah, you on your dumb shit, man.
I can't understand what you're saying.
It's cool though, bro. Nah, never mind.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
Man, nah, because you was a fucking nut. Like, I don't even know why. I said, like, I don't even understand why you cutting my mic off, man. Like, I ain't, like, what the fuck?
Because I'm trying to get a promotion, man. You can't be talking during the promotion, bro.
Bro, you gave that promotion already.
You got to give it 3 times during the show. I only gave it twice.
Oh.
Damn.
See, you didn't put that in my
You
contract.
trying to make money.
If you put it in my contract, I would have
No
knew.
contract. You ain't never signed no contract. But guess what? Now that you say that, come tomorrow.
Fuck
We
is
can
you
sit and
talking
sign a
about?
fucking contract.
Like, how I'm supposed to fucking know we got to read it 3 times
God
if you don't
damn.
tell me that and put it in my contract?
Yo, this bull, man.
Funny as shit.
And since when we start reading COVID stuff 3 times, bro, I hope they paid us a nice check, bro. Matter of fact,
Us.
that's where all our money just came from. What you mean, us? I said us, nigga. Did he just not say us?
My name is spelled wrong.
Your name spelled wrong. Man, my cut of the money is spelled wrong, man. I seen a big
First of all,
knot
I
in
didn't
your
know-
pocket, and I
I
didn't
didn't know
get
niggas was
nothing.
getting paid.
I didn't get nothing.
Fuck no.
Where the fuck is my cut at? Like, you know
You ain't
what?
on the flyer.
There you go. I'm not on the fucking flyer. That's why y'all ain't want me there. Y'all
Who
knew
is
I was
y'all?
gonna want my cut.
Who is y'all? Why
You
keep
too.
saying
I know
y'all?
you got your cut.
First of all,
I know you got your cut.
stop talking to me crazy.
I know you got your cut.
No cut.
I know you got your cut.
I didn't
man.
send the email back in time.
know
I
you
missed
got
my
your
cut.
fucking money. P already got his fucking money.
Yeah,
He's
because P get paid up front because he got to promote.
He
and all that.
he done promoted this flyer 62 times since yesterday, bro. It been coming up all day.
They sloppy my shit in a little envelope like they do niggas
Yeah.
on Power. They,
Niggas on poverty.
like on Power, they just slop it a little.
Yeah,
envelope. That
here.
gonna be thin as hell too. I'll be like, damn, what's in here? Done.
And then the whole time they don't send G.O. shit. Like, where my cut? They ain't give me no weed, nothing. Not a hoagie from Solo Sub. Y'all ain't buy me shit.
I wish they would pay me in dispensary.
The fuck?
Give me some credit points.
Hey, y'all wrong, man. Real rap. Hey, DJ, man.
Y'all are absolutely the absolute worst, bro.
All right, I apologize.
I was about to say, I know some people
I
worse.
apologize.
Shout out to the gang.
I apologize.
Shout out to the gang, man. It's CMPRadio.net. You already know.
Uncle P and the OG in the AM.
This is Uncle P and the OG in the AM, man. It's 12:31, and we are like above our time.
And we about to slide.
And we're definitely about to slide. So, if you're out here in the world, right? We didn't get into our three questions, right?
Where you want lunch at, wife?
What 3 wishes would you grant the world? You can get your
pointing at me?
Yeah, what 3 wishes would you grant the world?
Peace, equality, and financial wealth.
Okay. What 3 wishes would you grant the world, Gio?
3 wishes?
3 wishes. No, not with
3 more of me.
Goddamn.
If I could get a world 3 more things, it'll be 3 more of me.
Yeah, that's too much. That's
we can get some shit done, bro. I do a lot of shit.
Yeah,
so if it's 3 more of me working this hard, bro.
Funny as shit.
Could
If
you
it's
imagine
3 more
a
of me
world where
working
there
this
were
hard,
3
bro.
Geos,
Listen,
4 Geos,
Yes.
and 4 Uncle P's?
Yes, man. We can get some shit
We
done.
could definitely get some shit
It was
done.
3 more of me, bro.
Right. Would you rather love yourself more or open up to love other people more?
Huh?
Would you rather love yourself more or open up to love other people more?
I don't think I could love myself much more. If
That's
I do,
what
I'll
I
be
was-
sleeping with myself.
Damn, my nigga, that was hard.
I be having a baby with myself if I
Real
love
rap.
myself anymore. Yeah,
How would you do that?
Because that's how much I would love myself. I already love myself a lot.
Hold on.
I love me
Why
a
would you
lot.
compare having a baby to you doing
No,
what
you're not.
I
You're
respect
not understanding what I'm
I
saying.
respect the concept.
I got
know.
so much love for me
Right.
that if I loved myself anymore,
You would be pregnant with twins.
right here carrying my own babies,
How would you push them out?
it's a
Yeah, you
a
just
metaphor,
went a
bro.
little far.
I
It's
just,
a metaphor.
no, I needed to be explained.
Nah, we not because it was a metaphor.
There ain't no metaphor like that.
I just made it.
A man being pregnant?
You looking out? You looking too?
You acting weird.
Yeah,
All right,
you
okay.
acting black
All
and
right,
white.
go ahead. The question is yours now, Gio.
You acting weird. Nah, I would have to say what he said. I would choose opening up more to people because I cannot possibly love myself anymore, bro. I mean, I love myself. Shit, bro. I am the shit. I love myself, bro. Like, I'm a dope nigga.
But you saying you're opening up the more, you know?
No, I would have to see. I couldn't choose loving myself no more.
Right.
If I love myself anymore, I wouldn't be able to love anybody.
So you will open up to other people more.
right? I would have to choose that. If I love myself anymore, it
You would
wouldn't
have
be
to
no
be
room for
vulnerable
nobody.
to do that, though. Huh? You would have to be vulnerable.
Oh, yeah. See how he tried to flip it? He couldn't wait. That's why he made sure he got these questions in because he wanted to wrap back to this vulnerability.
Right. And because I'm not vulnerable, I have to choose that option. I would have to fill that void in. But it's cool though, man. Y'all be
What's the third question?
What has a finger and 4 thumbs but isn't actually alive? What has a finger? What has a thumb and 4 fingers and isn't actually alive?
Okay, there we go. Because I was confused.
You said what has a thumb?
What has a thumb and 4 fingers and isn't actually alive?
My auntie Gladys.
Huh?
God rest her soul.
Yeah. R.I.P. Auntie Gladys, man.
Trifling. What did Auntie Gladys wear on her hand?
Rings?
Glove?
A glove.
Oh no! I'm saying you was like they did, but they had a thumb. Shout out to Auntie
I
Gladys,
said it
man.
isn't actually alive, right?
And Auntie Gladys not alive no
Meaning
more.
that it never lived.
Oh,
It never lived.
you didn't say never lived. You said
No,
not
it isn't
alive.
actually alive.
I'm done.
It isn't actually alive. which
Auntie
says-
Gladys ain't actually
But
alive,
it's a
but
trick
she had a
question.
thumb
So-
and 4 fingers,
All
bro.
right, a hand, feet, no. When you love yourself, you can open up to love
but
and give
it's
love
crazy.
to others. Absolutely. So I would rather open up to other people more, right?
Leslie, we know you know what it is. She gonna say glove.
And that's it, man. That's the show.
Shout out, man. Y'all be cool. How y'all be cool, man?
Take it
Today's
easy, man.
affirmation for success is great things never come from comfort zones.
Shout out to Auntie Gladys.
Pride yourself in being uncomfortable in whatever you're doing. Continue pushing. I guarantee you, comfort will come in the morning. It's cmpradio.net. It's Uncle P and the OG.
Yeah.
Uncle P and the OG in the AM.
And make sure you check us out Wednesday. We'll be live. We will be here Wednesday. We will be doing what we always do, causing all types of controversy, pissing people the fuck off.
Oh, yeah, we got a video, too. We ain't put it up today, but we're going to put it up Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, that
It was
bitch
an
ain't crazy.
amazing fight. Girl fight action.
I don't want.
We're going to get into girl fight
like
action.
I'm glad I won't be here.
I like girl fights when the shirt's on,
We're going to get into girl fight action.
but I don't like that hair pulling. That is just too much. You spend too much time pulling hair. Like stop pulling each other's hair.
Shout out to Auntie Gladys.
Listen, man, that's gonna be your new slogan.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Auntie Gladys, man. Y'all be cool, man. How y'all be cool, man? Try loving somebody today, man. Go out there and help somebody, man. Somebody out there needs y'all help, man.
Just kidding, cut your mic off.
If you got that opportunity, man, go ahead and do it, man. Y'all be
C's,
cool.
anything you want to say before we roll about here?
Nah, man. You know, appreciate y'all letting me come sit down with y'all, man.
Absolutely.
Love, peace, and hair grease.
Absolutely.
We're out here.
Come and take the wave, get you niggas play with it, play with it, play with it.
Yeah, it's black excellence. It's black excellence. Yeah, you know it ain't no half-stepping when repping for black excellence. Just the perfectionist perfecting shit. Don't shoot the messenger. Shit, I mean I'm here cause I can. It's rare you get a real nigga to come reflect with you. They told me step it up, Ran. You see I'm catching up when actually I laughed them.